Good evening, mother lovers, mother flowers, my mother lovers. Good evening. Hold on, let me go do a sound check. Ooh-wee. What up, Red Bull Princess? Oh, good night to you too. What up, Art? What are you doing? Oh, we got some. We got some. We got some. Yo, you ain't even call me back, motherfucker, or text me back. Mm-hmm. See how? Oh, Frisco! I didn't see you, Frisco. How are you? How are you? How are y'all doing? Happy Saturday and shit. Feels like I've been going forever and ever, even though it's only been like what, a little over a week. Burning the girl. I feel yeah, I should swing through and shit. Over here doing the same. Doing the fucking same. Gonna tear up that food in there and here in a minute and shit. What y'all been doing? Chilling? It's been so goddamn hot. I ain't want to do nothing. Yeah. What up? Good evening. Welcome, welcome. How's it, Frisco? I feel ya. How come y'all ain't tagging the likes? This is how you welcome your girl back, huh? Roll up. Roll up, Cuddy. Hmm. See, this is trifling. I ain't been in here in over a week. And look, y'all skimping me on my likes already. Kind of shit is this? And y'all call yourselves supporters. What kind of poppycock is this shit? Look, my other phone's fucking not wanting to let me read the goddamn chat. Of course not. Oh well, fuck it. Happy freaking Saturday. How y'all been? You said it's been a wild week for you, Frisco, huh? My week hasn't been wild per se. It's actually been really, really, really chill. What's up, Kara? Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Oh, did you? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I know. I still want to go to the fucking beach. What up, Vito? I liked your live earlier today. I seen it and I liked it. I seen it and I liked it. As you can show us some love. Showing me love. I had to take me a little break from the here YouTube and shit. I think it's good every now and again. Take a little you know, breather and shit. That's good with anything though. You know what I'm saying? Step back from it and shit. As you can see, hashtag in the T-Towel, it's a flow state. If you don't know what flow state is, it's a like a state of extreme focus, you could say. Oh shit. How? How to get you in hot water? Or some water, whatever. Well, you have a good night. I don't want to interrupt your date night and shit. Tell the lady thanks for letting you swing through. Tonight is not date night for I. For why? Oh shit. For why? I did hear that there was another plea to the black sector. About your girl. That's a god damn it. Yo. This is the thing. Anyway. But yeah. I hope you enjoy your date night and shit. Let me roll up. Well, not roll up, but pack up and shit. I could roll up. I could, but I don't think I need to be taking an L to the dome. You know what I'm saying? Probably not the best idea right now. I wonder if notifications are even gonna go out. People probably forgot I even existed and shit. Actually, Frisco didn't. Shout out to motherfucking Frisco. He swung through. I was what I shared that on my wall the other day. Was it yesterday or whatever? That shit damn near it touched my heart. I said, "Oh, yes, here it is. Make other people's hearts happy." It's true though. Universal, man. You put out kindness and goodness, and that shit comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? Same with anything. The energy you put out is short too every time. Oh, yeah, tonight's not date night for I. Monday, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. That's the plan. What's up, barn dog? How are you? Have a Saturday and shit. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome. She's over here packing her up of some green and shit. Figured I'd swing through, let you guys know your girl's still alive and shit. I know that's gonna piss a lot of folks off. And to the ones, no, I have not been in many chats. I've popped through a couple, and just said what's up and shit. I've been staying out the chats. So, um, yeah. But I hope everyone's been doing well. I haven't really been checking on YouTube, like talking about, like I took a step back a little over a week ago. Well, it was like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? There was some dumbass shit on here, per usual, all the time, right? And handled that shit, said what I need to say, and kind of fell back for a little while. You know what I mean? Take a break and shit. It's always good to disconnect for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mental right and shit, because people, just like with anything, but especially this shit, because you get the dopamine hits and whatnot. You know what I mean? People are let this shit overtake everything and not capable of taking. Like some people, they can't take a step back from the shit unless they get flagged or something. YouTube silences their dumbasses or something. Other than that, motherfuckers, it seems like they don't have any self control. You know what I mean? It's just like, I guess that's with YouTube though. It's probably with a lot of social media. You know what I mean? It kind of just puts a spotlight on bad behavior, especially within adults that are very uh child like mentally. You feel me? Immature, stunted type shit. Yeah. So sometimes it's good to take a step back from the shit and recalibrate and whatnot. I figured, I've been on this motherfucker for what, 7 years now? Like, it's not gonna hurt to take a break here and there. Shit, I took a whole year break. What's up, mailman? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Actually, that's our y'all sector was the only sector I've really popped in. I popped in over there for a second, was like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" You know, and then popped back out and shit. And shout out to everybody that does, support my channel and stuff. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't really been putting out like content in the last couple of weeks, just some shorts, but I appreciate all the support on them. And the people who check on your girl when I'm not on here and stuff. I appreciate that. Aw, thanks, Melvin. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. Y'all are doing good though over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nice storylines and shit. Everybody's channels are popping and very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice. Even though I stay lost like a motherfucker. Lost is shit. I pop in, I'm like, wait, what? What happened? And then sometimes I play devil's advocate in the fucking chat. But like, what? I don't see the problem. Huh? Who? It's got everything. It's got a little bit of nah, you love me, Frisco? You love me? You love me? I love that short of that little girl, and she's on her dad. She's so cute. She ain't but like probably a year old, and she keeps asking him, "You love me? You love me?" I think that's all of us women with our men and shit. I know I do that. I'd be like, "How much you love me?" They always immediately know what. They don't even answer. It's just what. What do you want? I'm like, what? I'm just how much do you love me? That's all I want. Come on, Dunkadell. Oh boy. It's still fucking hot and muggy here, y'all. Muggy is a biznotch. Ugh. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, Monday I'm supposed to, I have plans, but y'all know how I am with plans and shit. I get excited when them fuckers get canceled. So I'm not, I don't want these to get canceled, but I don't know if, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I know I haven't. He commented on one of my shorts. I think it was the last one that I put out. I think. I'm pretty sure. But so I had all that dental work done, right? And like right after I felt fine the next day, right? I think it was 2 days later I filmed, which is when I'm in the green, what's in the thumbnail tonight. And I felt better and you know what I mean? But it was still real soon, like my throat was still sore and yada yada. And I told y'all it was some pretty extensive work, you know. Um, so it took a lot longer to heal from that than expected. So I just took it as I take signs from the universe. I know people be like, you and your fucking, I remember Bees used to make fun of me, you and your cosmic bullshit. Speaking of which, motherfucker, Saturn, ew, Aries, ew, oh, this is my season, y'all. This is actually, for those who are into the little, astrology and whatnot, the season we're in right now, um, a lot of shit is gonna people, I guess the easiest way to put it is karma. That's the best way to put it. So if you've done anything fucked up and you haven't been held accountable for it's coming back. Things in our lives that we don't hold ourselves accountable for and shit, you'll be forced to, face that kind of shit in this season. And it's a pretty rough one for self-development and for people who have, negative karma coming in. Because this is the season for discipline and all kinds of shit. So, but that's so sweet, Frisco Squirrel. That's not asked about me. That child's so sweet. Jose, how are you? Welcome, almost here Saturday. Oh, Saturday. And you guys, so I was having all the healing from the dental shit or whatever, which I'm still healing. You would think. I mean, I got this shit done well over a week ago. You would think it'd be all completely done and healed by now, but I told you it's some extensive work. And then like I fucking threw my back weird, right? Like anybody with spinal issues, y'all know how that goes. All you gotta do is move funny and shit, right? And pinch a fucking nerve, and that's all she wrote and shit. And you got pain shooting down into your ass cheek and whatnot, down into your goddamn leg. And so I wasn't moving around as much as I usually do. Cause look, how I am online is how I am like in real life, right? I bust moves all the time. I don't just break out in song here while I'm live and shit. I do it offline and I bust a move here and there. That's how I keep my falupala, right? And I haven't been able to like bust any moves up until like today, right? So, and we're getting older and shit. And like when you're off your feet or whatever, like it's not good for your, you know, for blood flow and circulation and all that good shit. So I got me some booty rubs and some leg rubs and shit. Make sure, oh, they're so nice. I look forward to them every day. I was like, this is great. I should pretend like my back hurts more. Oh no. Oh, I can't. Oh, I need a leg rub. Oh, all the way up. Yeah, my hips rub right there. Get it? Oh, 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 oh. Sweet as fuck. I'm familiar if I sneeze. Thank you, Frisco. Same. I broke my goddamn foot back when I was 28 years old. We were laughing about this shit the other day. It's how hard headed and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tough and people be talking shit, but I'm tough and I had broken my foot, right? But it like formed a little bone cyst over the weekend because I broke it on like a Thursday or Friday or something, right? And had to go to the surgeon Monday, the orthopedic dude. And it had already formed a bone cyst over the break, right? Which is harder than the actual bone itself. So he was like, well, I can go back in and re-break it and put a pin. And I'm like, no, the fuck you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, So 12 days after I broke it, my ass was dancing in heels for my birthday. I'll never forget. I had silver strappy heels. Ow. Ow. Ooey. So, and I got some, you guys. I've taken all of your suggestions. And so one of the first videos that I'll be, doing for you guys is a hair routine. Y'all asked for a natural hair routine, so I'm going to show you guys the products I use. You guys did, comment the last I posted a picture of like the makeup and shit because I used to be really into doing my makeup online and showing you guys the looks and shit like that, and I'm getting back into that. Actually, shout out to one of my big time supporters. He sent me some cash apps and shit over the last month and a half or whatever to go towards that. So I was able to restock a little bit, which I still have more stuff I need to get. But you guys seem to really like that shit, so I'm gonna get more into that. I know that'll make some people. Well, hell yeah, Jose, fucking right. Shit, I hope I'm doing as good as you are when I get to that age. Frisco, I used to have so much more. I've lost a lot over the years. I really have. And then as a woman, like as we get older and shit, you naturally shed more, right? And thank God I had a lot of hair to begin with. And then like if you have like certain deficiencies and shit will matter, So like I've had to really make sure I get taking the vitamin D supplements like I'm supposed to, and just like I told you guys, you gotta take better care of yourself. Like if you do the shit when you're younger, it's not as, I guess, bad as you get older, but when you're my age and trying to make up for years that you weren't so kind to your health, now you're like, oh fuck. So thank you, Frisco. Well, there's a lot of shit that people try to cop on here and do the same as I, you know what I mean? And that's why I wonder how anybody could talk shit. Like, yeah, we get up here and we, tend to put our best foot forward or whatever, but how you present online, like how I present online is how I am offline. You know what I'm saying? Like who you guys see is who I wake up as. I ain't gotta do a bunch of fake shit. I ain't gotta slap makeup on. I ain't gotta, put nothing fake on and shit. It's who I am. So I think it's funny when people get up here and try to insult motherfuckers who are natural, you know what I'm saying, and look like that when they wake up. They ain't gotta pile on a bunch of fucking filters or, do a bunch of fake ass shit to get a desired look. You feel me? It's there's something to be said for being desired in your natural state. And there ain't a fuck thing anybody can take from you. You feel me? So I don't know, you guys. I don't know, y'all, but that was one thing, I have taken into consideration suggestions and shit like that, and give you guys some of the stuff that you want. I know you guys come over here for, you know, um, laughs and funnies and shit like that. And actually, Street left me this comment. I wonder if I could read it to you. I saved it, but I think I saved it on this phone. Because sometimes you guys leave me really meaningful comments. It means a lot to me. Like Vibrance left me some, Diva, like, people that I fucks with, over the years, and they've, said shit to me or whatever, emails, comments and stuff, and it meant a lot. Let me see if I have it saved in this phone. I don't know. Make sure you guys are tagging the likes for your girl. Try to get these videos suggested out. It might be on my other phone, on the one I'm on now, actually. Dang, I wanted to read it. It was really sweet. It kind of, touched in me heart and shit. Touched in me heart. Amos! Oh, fucking Amos! It's a goddamn burning crew falling up in this bridge. What up? Falupala! Did you miss me, Amos? I missed you guys. I missed you guys. There's obviously, I know there's some shit that people want me to address and, react to and respond to, and I shan't. I shan't. Once shit goes to a certain, it's crazy at, like I said, when you remove yourself from situations to watch how people react, when you remove your energy. What's up, Max? Shaboing boing. Uh-oh. Shaboing boing. Shaboing boing. Ah, you miss me. Oh, Amos. I miss y'all too. I miss the morning crowd and shit and getting on here and talking shit with everybody, but things change and you know, for I'm not gonna go into detail about shit. People just get up here and tell all their goddamn business, you know. Performing for motherfuckers they don't like and making videos addressing people that won't speak to them and want nothing to do with them and shit. And then somehow, like, I've never understood that. If somebody doesn't want a fuck ass thing to do with you, how many times they got to tell you that? Like, continuing to follow somebody around or continuing to try to get their attention in any way, shape, or form, making videos, talking to them and some more shit. Like, I don't know what other definition of harassment there is, What's up, Kevin? Waka, 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 waka. There's just certain people that, you know, on the interwebs that they're bugaboos. Remember that shit? That song, Bugaboo? Like irritating dudes, like when you like you're done with them. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, fuck off, bitch. And they just keep showing the fuck up around you and shit and keep reaching out and, trying to be seen and get your attention and shit. And you're just like, what the fuck? I don't fuck with you. Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, thirsty as fuck or not? Like, god damn. When you remove your energy from situations and shit, you see what's up. Magnum! Good evening. Welcome. Were you giving me the thinking face? What's your thinking, Magnum? What's your thinking? I'm over here chilling. I don't feel like a little old lady no more. I felt like you could have called me Martha this past week, the way I was walking around this motherfucker. But I got me some booty rubs and leg rubs and shit. I ain't mad about it. I can't be mad. I got spoiled rotten and shit. I was just as happy, grateful as a motherfucker. I'm over here hurting but happy at the same time. It was kind of sweet, kind of cool. And now I feel a whole lot better. Some of this bitch busting moves and some more shit. I can't quite like get, I'm not on my struggle twerk just yet. Give me 48 hours or so, but just be out here with the meanest struggle twerk this side of the Mississippi. Grandma Love, good evening. How are you? Did you guys get notification? Stop. Did you? For real? Shout out to you too. Ooh. Do you know what else I realized? Like fucking Street, he says this. He's been saying it for the longest time. But like, man, go ahead. That's not true. He says I have a main character energy or whatever, and I was like, nah, dude. I think you're right. I think you're right. A whole trendsetter over this motherfucker. You know, bitches be filtering themselves up and buying wigs and some more shit to look like your girl. That shit's flattering as fuck. I'm like, oh, ooh. Why didn't you just tell me you think I'm hot? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you just tell me that my shit's on point? Just, you know what I mean? That's all the fuck you had to say. Oh, hell yeah, Grandma Love. Well, happy late birthday. Only by a day. Happy late birthday. You better celebrate that motherfucker. Hope I make it there. And to be doing it as well. Hell yeah, Amos. See, y'all, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope. I hope I'm as in, as good a place. There's another lady on here. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want her to get fucked with or whatever. But when she told me her age, I mean, I was fucking shocked. I couldn't believe it. And she started telling me she had children older than me, and you'd have never known. You'd have never known. And I'm like, God damn, did you have children really young? She was like, no. I said, well, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like as you get older, you got to try to. You don't have to clearly, but you know, with me, that's something that came along with this whole healing shit. That I was kind of like, you know, I guess I chose it, if you will. I guess I chose it, but that's part of the whole healing thing. You know, you don't just get your mind healthy. You got to try to get the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree, Grandma Love. I agree. I try to live with no regrets, but that's one thing that I definitely look back on and wish that I should have, but it shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is try to tell my children to do better, but unfortunately, children don't learn by the shit we tell them. They learn by what they see, you know? Aloha, mahalo. I'm going to go to Hawaii someday, Amos. That's on my list of goals. I used to want to get me one of those little conversion van thingies that are like RVs and just go RVing over in Hawaii. I had a buddy of mine, he lived in Florida and shit. And we actually looked up property out there what's crazy is like there's really not that much property to buy that's affordable per se, right? And the shit that you can buy, it's in fucking volcano zoned and shit. So but I was like, could you imagine how just divine that would be? I mean, it would be divine here in the States. That's the States as well, but over here as well. To just, I don't know. That's what I just think it'd be so amazing to have like a little RV or a little conversion van or something. I like little shit like that. Make it your own. Take your fucking fur balls, your person, whatever, best friend, whoever you have in your life that you'd want to share that with, right? And just go see all the places you want to see. You can wake up where you want to wake up. You don't have to stick to like a plan or an itinerary and shit. I just think it'd be wonderful to wake up at the water if you want. Wake up smelling flowers, like especially tropical flowers over there. And I love their culture. Pacific Islanders culture. Oh man, Polynesian, like just beautiful culture. In my opinion, I think it's beautiful. I get all emotional when they do the haka and shit. I don't know why. Probably just the amount of energy and shit. You know what I mean? I can feel it. I'm like, oh, good. Yeah, Kauai. I've heard. Oh, I've done a little bit of research on Hawaii. It's just so goddamn expensive, but it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I've been watching some documentaries and shit this past God. I mean, it's been a week since I went live, but it's been a little over a week since I put out any content. The last new content that I did was in the little pink onesie or whatever, which was a little, I guess, spicy. YouTube didn't recommend any of that shit out. They're like, bitch, put the tatas away, put the girls away. I was like, okay, all right. 2 up, 2 motherfucking down. 757 in the building. Hey, I gotta get you your wrench, hood. Remind me before I get off this motherfucker. Me and Miss Mo are going to collaborate on a hit song. Hell yeah, we are, Amos. Tell him. Frisco, you trying to do it too? You try? I'm saying. We could kick some funky ass ill nerd bars and shit. I'm down. Y'all know I'm always down. Speaking of which, hell yeah. Look, I mean, I could probably tell you this offline or whatever, but I just kind of kept my distance there for a little while because I know I upset somebody that you're kind of real cool with and shit. You know what I mean? So, unlike what motherfuckers have been told and the narratives that are spread, I'll remove myself from situations. You know what I mean? Before if I feel like I'm going to be, um, something that like that would cause any kind of strife between people because I definitely don't want to do that. So, but that's all. And that's as far as the chats are concerned, I'm sure, people have noticed that I've been keeping my distance. I popped in over at like No Cut a couple times, Trey's, who else? I think I popped in Dre's shit, uh, but just here and there. And, but some, other chats, I'm not going to go into too much detail and stuff, but, I'm monitored all over YouTube, like the chat that I go in and shit like that. So to protect those people, I'm going to keep my distance. I still support, and the ones that I support you on other platforms and shit. I'll see you there. See, that's another thing. I also started. I have a couple different platforms, different social media apps and shit, and I just back in the day, I had them all popping. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing Modois Arts, I was the CEO of the shit. So I had to do all the marketing and all that, right? And all the promo, everything. So I was promoing on all different apps and I had them all hopping, right? But some of them I haven't put shit on and got years. And, there's platforms I have more subscribers than I have here on YouTube. Oh, okay. I will. I just didn't want to, I don't know. Like I said, contrary to popular rumors and shit like that, I will remove myself. And if I'll try to get away from issues, and then if it keeps persisting, then I will handle them head on. That's how I am. I'll try. I'll sow for peace first, and then if there's no way for peace, sometimes you got to handle shit head on. I ain't never been no runner and shit like that, but it's been pretty interesting because it's easy to tell things. People talk a lot of shit, but actions speak much louder than words. Much, much louder. And over the last, well, shit, for a long time, but especially the last couple of weeks, people that didn't know what to think about certain situations and shit now, have experienced the shit. They see it for what it is. And not only that, but in other ways as well. So it kind of all worked out at a good timing. It was good for me to take the break mentally and in all ways because of all the medical shit I got going on, and also for other reasons, you know. So people forget a lot of shit. People have amnesia. They choose what what I mean, instead of just truth. And it's sad, like I said, when you pull your energy away from certain situations and shit like that, the motherfuckers that depended on that will scramble, right? And realizing it or not, intentionally or not, hands are revealed, right? And actions, like, they will always speak louder than words, always. And that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Because if people thought that I've pissed them off before, um, they might want to brace their goddamn selves. You feel me? Let's just say that. If you didn't like me before, you finna really hate my ass. I hope motherfuckers understand that. Going in for the heat, y'all. People ask why I don't respond to certain shit or certain people and stuff, and I've responded to certain things more than I ever should have, right? And not only that, but I'm not online for certain individuals. And if I cut communication or cut ties with somebody and shit like that when it's over, especially if a motherfucker, is crying and shit, you know what I mean? Okay, you go your separate ways, like move the fuck on, and that's that. But you got some people that if they can't fuck with certain people, right? If they can't feed off of certain people's energy, if they can't victimize themselves, shit like that, they don't have anything else. And unfortunately, that's what some people consider content. So I just figured, I got tired of being threatened and shit. I got tired of being harassed um, by the same group of individuals everywhere I go. I can't even go to quote unquote redneck fisher channels and shit. I'm monitored. All my videos are recorded. Um, it's just really creepy. It's really, really creepy. Even law enforcement, that there'll be court orders and all kinds of shit. And people think they're above that and that they can continue, courses of conduct and shit like that because they want somebody's attention. And as soon as they get that attention, they'll beg and beg and beg for it. And we see this go on all over social media, right? Beg and beg and beg and beg and beg and beg and beg for the attention when the person's quiet or not engaging, right? It's called antagonizing and taunting and shit. And then when they get it, right, then it's a problem. Then it's woe is me, then it's victim, then it's law enforcement and some more shit. That's basically what it is. But I was what's the right word? Suggested. We'll say suggested. Um to take a break as far as, just to remove myself from YouTube and to see. And you know, the people who requested that I do that, or suggested I should say, got everything that they needed to get. So there really shouldn't be any discrepancies or questions or crying or any of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably not wise to use people's government names or to keep going on a public platform and making videos talking to somebody um, using their government name, their social media names, identifying them by their skin color, shit like that, trying to get their attention um, for various reasons. I've seen it, you know, put it this way, as an adult and even at all, period, nobody has a right to monitor or try to control anybody else or who's in whose chats or who speaks to whom and who forgives whom and shit like that. And I think it's wild that grown ass adults, geriatric ages, um, like get a goddamn discount at the motherfucking Shoney's. Motherfucking bitches out here getting goddamn senior discounts and still want to talk shit on the goddamn interwebs. Master, good evening. We was talking shit. Were your ears burning sly? Huh? Were they burning? Did you be like, oh shit, somebody's talking all that shit about me? Who that is? Or did you hear the call of the falupala? Hmm. Which one was it? Oh, nice to see me back. Well, it's nice to see y'all. It's nice to see y'all. I didn't even have like a planned time when I was gonna come back or anything like that. But I was like, oh, Frisco had come over and said something. Other people had hit me up. I mean, some already knew that I was just taking a little break or whatever. But other people, I kind of just, got real quiet. They were like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, I still around. I was just taking a little break. You know what I'm saying? I had to disconnect. It's good. This is social media, you know. I think it's crazy that certain people, I've watched people in the most intense times of life and still on the interwebs. I'm like, fuck, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. And that's when there's like a big disconnect between, you know, like no self control. And that's when social media has become entirely too important. It's a fucking virtual app, and the shit that people risk for it, the shit that people make this so important, and the people who make it so important are the motherfuckers who aren't even making any money off of the shit. I figured that's what it was. Like, I figured. I figured. I thought about getting up here and talking some shit about something else, but then I was like, nah, I'll just leave that be because, you know, it used to bother me when people would get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like convince others or whatever. You know what I mean? I'd be like, wow, if you only knew the fucking truth. And I would, expose it. Now I'm just like, fuck it. I'll let people think I'm the bad guy and shit. All I know is that, be weary of people that say that their words don't match their actions and shit. You know what I mean? Don't ever trust trolls on here. There's so much more shit that I know I just don't say. You know what I mean? But some of the people that claim to have the best intentions on here and, want to keep shit safe and blah, 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 and all reality behind other accounts, you know what I mean? Trifling as fuck, thinking nobody knows. Motherfuckers been known. How's it the same ping? Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But I don't forget shit like that. Like, especially if people have tried to, you know, play games in relationships of mine, which I think is odd. Like, that's such a telltale sign of like jealousy in life when people are, what's up, just chilling? Good evening, welcome. When they're like jealous of any type of relationships that people have in their lives, like whether that be friendships or, intimate relationships, whatever it may be, like that shit is crazy to get jealous of that type of shit and try to, you know, meddle in it or whatever. And there's been certain individuals that think that they're not known, right? And been known for a long, long time. And that have absolutely played in people's faces. They're not who people think they are. You know what I mean? I just keep my mouth shut. I'm the bad guy, that's right. You right. Okay, sure. But let's just say there's certain accounts that only show up in certain chats. And like I said, I already know for a fact because they ping to the same shit. But um, you know, that anyway, we'll just leave it at that. I heard just chilling. I heard there was a fucking another plea to the black sector to attack me and shit. I was like, God damn, motherfuckers have nothing else on YouTube. Absolutely nothing else. If they can't talk about me or if they can't cry about it and shit, you know what I mean? What would they post about? And not only that, but I don't know whether to take that as flattering or what. The fact that bitches always have to go try to get men on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get a whole sector on me and shit. Bitch, please. Girl, bye. Same plays over and over. It's the same shit, just chilling. It's the definition of insanity. The same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And we watch the same. It's like watching lab rats, right? Just do the same shit over and over and over and over because it's all they're capable of. It will. Totally, Sly. Totally. 100%. Yeah, the same, Frisco, same. And people be like, "Well, why didn't you tell that?" But what the fuck is the point? You gotta let people, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes even when you'll expose some shit, I've learned this the hard way. People are committed to wanting to believe what they want to believe. So you could put the truth right in front of them. If they don't want to believe it, they don't want to believe it. It's kind of like when you have a couple, right? And one of them is being cheated on all the time and shit. And her friends or his friends keep trying to tell him, like, hey, look, you know what I mean? Your relationship ain't shit. Like, this motherfucker is betraying you. He's a dog or she's a dog, whatever. Like, you deserve better. You should get the fuck out of it, you know? And they just don't want to believe it. Like, no matter how much amount of proof you put in front of them, it's because they're committed to that shit. They're committed to their idea, their delusion, and not the truth. Oh, it sinks. Sinks, though. Thank you. I think sometimes people expect a lot out of me. They expect me to be on some like superhuman shit. Ain't it just chilling? Like, ew, gross. Like, how many times you gotta tell people, like, I don't fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no reason for us to talk. Like, let the shit go, you know? And that's the thing. It's like, you just gotta let patterns pattern. And for the last few weeks, patterns have been patterning. And even when I remove myself from the situation, the shit escalates and people feel, like they have an upper hand when you're quiet and shit, when you don't stand up for yourself. Ah, you have a good night too, Jose. Thank you for swinging through. It's always a pleasure to see you. But, like, you can't blame the motherfucker that's not around for the patterns that continue, and you hear people get out here and spread false narratives or victimize themselves and put themselves in the other person's place and try to repeat that. But when somebody, like, there's people that egg shit on and people that attach themselves to others and they're incapable of walking away. They're incapable of distancing themselves from things that are toxic. They're just they can't do that kind of shit, right? Because they enjoy it in all reality. But anyway, and plus some people, that's their identity, and they don't know who they are or anything like that if they can't play that role. You feel me? But it's extremely telling. And like I said, actions speak louder than words. So somebody could get up here all day long and say, oh, I walked away from these motherfuckers and I'm the one who, and everybody keeps fucking with me and da 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 da. And I don't do it. And it's everybody fucking with me and shit like that. But in all reality, do the actions match those words? And that's what you got to look for in life. And when it don't, it's manipulation, 100%. Certain people can't distance themselves. They can't. They don't walk away from a fuck ass thing and brag about it. No joke. And then people, you got folks on here that have tried to use law enforcement on folks and shit like that and wonder why this shit doesn't work. Well, A, this is public. Like everybody can see it at any time. And just because people delete things doesn't mean it's not recorded or that it didn't happen and shit like that, you know? And like I said, it's very simple, but it's the truth. Actions speak louder. And there's only certain motherfuckers out here screaming revenge. There's only certain motherfuckers out here trying to continue shit and not able to come up with any type of content that doesn't involve other people. And they're the same motherfuckers that will cry victim when there are consequences for actions. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta be able, you gotta have the self-control, the discipline to be able to distance yourself so that the truth can be revealed. And if you don't have your ego under control and you have absolutely no self-control, the truth will never be revealed. But it's crazy to follow somebody around, have people watching the channels that they go in, the chats they go in, you know, shit like that, all being coordinated, right? And messages and shit like that to monitor admittedly what somebody's saying, what they're talking about. And that's insane to think that you can stalk somebody, cyber stalk somebody to find out what they're talking about and to who. There's a control issue. There's a big time control issue. And there's been a problem with that since I came online. There are certain individuals that want to control who I talk to, who comes in my chat, who I date, who is nice to me, everything. Who I forgive, who I mod. It's insane. You got people out here that will incriminate themselves trying to expose other people, all because they're upset with who speaks to whom. And I'm not sure when, you know, and that's an issue with control. And people think that they have a right to control what somebody else talks about, who they talk to, who they date, who they support, all kinds of shit. And it's sick. It's mental illness. So when you have people claiming that, you know, oh, they, you know, very well, they're victims or whatever. So everybody, you know, backs off. I know I did. Even though I have people making videos with my names in the title, going to other content creators requesting that they attack me, men, mind you, right? When I address that person, they're being ganged up on. You feel me? It's all poor pitiful me and shit. So they cry, you take your shit down, right? And what happens? They start all over again. It's the same patterns over and 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 over again. And you know, I'm tired of hearing a motherfucker constantly with my name in their mouth all the time, making videos about me, to me, going to other content creators about me and shit like that, up here crying and bringing up my children constantly. And then if I do the same shit back, there's some sort of victim. Well, see, this is why you shouldn't jump in shit when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And to constantly harass me over 2 different legal cases is absurd. And it's been displayed perfectly in the last couple of weeks while I was silent. The only thing I did share yesterday was uplifting about kindness. And that seemed to upset a lot of demons. When you use a public social media app, making videos, speaking to someone that legally not supposed to be trying to contact in any way, shape, or form, speaking to them using their government name. Why? Because of who they speak to? But anyway, this dumb bitch brought my children up again. And I know it's to get a reaction law enforcement's very aware of that as well. I just wanted this bitch to understand how concerning it is that she keeps bringing up my children and bringing up the fact that photos of, my son being hung and blah, blah, blah. Well, see, what you fail to realize because you haven't been around the whole time is those same children that you keep talking about, bitch. See, they were put on YouTube back in October of 2019. And what was humiliating and absolutely terrifying and traumatic for an 11-year-old was when false police reports were made on him. And he had to be searched by law enforcement at 11 years old. Those same children were not only put on YouTube, police were called with false reports, but also threatened and labeled racist long before anybody had a chance to do or say anything. So when motherfuckers get up here harassing people in legal cases, there's no excuse at all. There's none. And not only is it concerning to me as the mother, but it's also concerning to law enforcement that these same children keep being brought up by all parties involved. Why? Oh, for intimidation reasons. Can't say anybody was saying anything. See what it is when humans, right? Sometimes weak motherfuckers, when they can't get the upper hand, when they can't control the situation, can't control people, can't control narratives, right? Motherfuckers will act out. Can't claim it's, anybody was doing anything. Nothing like that. Because again, like I said, when a motherfucker is able to walk away, they don't holler about revenge. They don't come up with excuses. They don't monitor that person's whereabouts. They don't worry about who that person speaks to, who they're dating, who they sleep with, where they work, what they drive, what they're eating, where they live. None of the above. But if motherfuckers think they're so much smarter, right, than law enforcement and the entire public watching, the last couple of weeks have been nothing but a public display of desperation to get my attention. And it just escalated and escalated with absolutely no response, no reaction, no nothing. And who do you think was watching? While a certain tweaker runs around this motherfucker pretending to be some sort of victim and hollering about investigations and law enforcement and shit like that. Did they ever take into consideration how many different law enforcement agencies have been lied to about yours truly? How many I've been investigated by and how many I've been charged by? Oop. Oop. It's not smart to keep pushing a motherfucker when they hold all the cards and they're not bothering anybody. Just upset, what, that I showed a little bit too much titty? That I spoke up for myself when men were being contacted to attack me? Or is it, imagine when there's search warrants. Doesn't matter what you delete. It can all be found. But why would there be coordinated shit going on behind the scenes about what chats I'm in and who I'm speaking to, and making videos addressing me by name about shit that happened how long ago involving others, with my whole legal name in the shit and everything. All because they think they have a say so in who I speak to. And nobody finds this concerning. There'll always be something. Certain motherfuckers will always justify their actions, will always justify bad behavior, will always have a reason, right? And just a fun fact, expecting law enforcement to do anything when there's no basis for it, if already false police reports, lying, falsely identifying, like all this other shit, right? False reports on children. And you know what else motherfuckers found concerning was that it's been put into writing several times about offing me verbatim, even going as far as to say, and I'd do it again. And I get constant harassment from not only the same group of individuals, but other content creators that are contacted about legal matters. But you got some motherfuckers still out here running around bringing up my kids and bringing up the shit that was that. You know what investigators wonder? Why there's so much hate for those children. Why have they been threatened in the ways that they've been threatened? Why are they targeted in those ways? Why do certain adults keep speaking about them and keep bringing up what was done to them? Hmm. See, shit gets serious when people involve law enforcement, especially when you're lying to law enforcement, making false police reports in multiple states on motherfuckers. And here I've been in the same state, in the same county the entire time. Amazing. All the threats and harassment I've received, I have yet to make any threat. I have yet to wish ill on anybody's children. Huh. Ain't that strange? Oh, 100% Sly. 100%. And they'll see all the coordination of videos and the sending shit back and forth. To follow me around to different chats. All that shit. Reaching out to certain content creators. All that. And there will always be an excuse, right? It doesn't have to be anything that's currently going on. Motherfuckers will want to go over something that's already been fought about for years and years and years. But see, this is the thing people don't understand. Once motherfuckers involve law enforcement, right? Shit's different. Once courts get involved, especially once there's court orders. See, this is how I know people are not familiar with court and shit like that. A court order, a judge's order is a judge's order. And for some reason, right, motherfuckers think, I guess they're above it. I don't know. and that they have a right to tell me who I can speak to and who I can have in my chats and what chats I can go into and what I can speak about and all that shit. It's real strange. It's real strange that all the same people in this past couple of weeks, while I was silent, that made false police reports on me, even admitted this publicly, all grouped up to do live streams that have since been taken down that were recorded, all showing themselves and speaking about whom. And if it wasn't already cemented that this is all racially motivated, the past couple of weeks, 1,000% confirm that. Because, see, if I was out here referring to people by their skin color, if I were referring to them as slurs, it would be a hate crime. But yet, motherfuckers think it's okay. Motherfuckers think it's okay to continue to make videos mentioning children that aren't supposed to be being mentioned at all for any reason. Why? All for intimidation. Everything that's done is for intimidation. All the threats that if people speak, law enforcement's being contacted, all of that. It's all in attempts to silence people from speaking. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. I won't even get into all the weird shit with the copying and all that other weird shit. See, because I started a series and started back in September of 2025 titled Mo After Dark. 20 something videos with that title. Strange, ain't it? Been the queen of nerds for many years. Thought it was strange that certain people change their names to fashion after yours truly. I think it's strange that certain individuals that refer to me as their stalker come into communities that I was in for years before them. More than one. When a motherfucker, if there's something literally like legit being done, there won't be any reason to lie. If someone's doing something illegal and they're breaking the law and you have proof of it and there's probable cause, that person will get charged. Especially when there's been, 6 or 7 different agencies involved now. And as a certain obsessed motherfucker keeps screaming about, there is an investigation and blah, blah, blah. Oh, 100%. And even more was given and been displayed since. And for the past, 4 months it is now? It's been nonstop. Even when I'm not even online making content or anything. Can't lie and say Mo said anything. Can't lie and say Mo made a subliminal. Can't lie and say Mo said something in a chat. Can't lie and say any of that kind of shit. 100% Max. That's what I'm saying. It's bad enough that there's grown women doing that shit on this chat. I mean, on this app all over the place. But then you got grown men that involve themselves in the shit. You got women that go to men on this application looking for them to get involved in shit to come at me. Now, when a motherfucker's being honest, They won't have to make false police reports. When a motherfucker is truly, being fucked with and shit like that, it'll be very easy for others to see. You won't have to go around recruiting for other people to attack them. Ain't it just chilling? Embarrassing. Oh, embarrassing. That's why I've just been in a flow state, if you will. See, part of healing is like there's stages of it, right? It's not just like something that happens in a short amount of time. Like there's stages of it, and I think the last stage of it is you know um, standing for yourself and seeking justice. And I've taken motherfuckers pretend like I'm this horrible monster and shit like that, but I could have done a whole lot worse. I could have done to people what they've done to me. But like I said, you got people that haven't even been around the whole time up here hollering and shit, wanting to make themselves a victim because they couldn't win. Most pussy shit. You got people out here calling folks cowards that paid hundreds of dollars to avoid being dragged at a dragathon. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You got people up here calling folks fat and shit and laughing at fat motherfuckers that won't even cam up. Bigger than that, laughing at other people. It's embarrassing. There's a lot of bitter people that claim that they're so happy and shit like that, but actions speak louder than words. And when a motherfucker's happy, they're not going to continue to focus on other people that have supposedly done shit to them. They're not going to try to, follow somebody around that they say, they're scared for their life of and shit. Trust me, the behavior in the last couple of weeks, there's not one law enforcement agency that buys into that anybody that's been coming at me is afraid for their life. And see, law enforcement already established that. That's why certain individuals couldn't get anywhere with the bullshit. So they said, fuck it, balls to the wall on the internet. But forgot that there's still shit in place. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm legit very concerned with the state of people's mental. For real, not able to pull themselves away from, individuals and environments that they claim have traumatized, done all this terrible shit to them, but don't even have the discipline or self-control to exit or to even take breaks from the shit. And grown-ass adults that blame everything on other motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. This season is fitting to be a bitch for a lot of people. Ain't it, Elrod? Girl? Just involving themselves. And like I said, this motherfucker refers to me as their stalker, but there's been 2 different communities that they came into after I was already a part of that community. Act like I don't have all my lives and shit. I got everything. Everything. And so do other people. And those, actually, I'm sorry, 3 different communities. And 2 of those communities, they're not welcome in anymore because of this type of shit. But I thought that was crazy to get up and do live streams using my government name, showing text messages. And I just seen this recently. It was done like a month ago. And I didn't know, right? I don't watch motherfuckers' channels. I, before now, didn't know unless other content creators, you know what I mean? That's how I'd find out. Like when it was taken to Clyde's shit, I only knew because of her live streams. Because, you know what I'm saying? I intentionally, that's why I miss so much shit, if you want me to be 100% honest. Because I don't watch, I don't monitor to catch everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's very telling that in the last 4 months, I haven't hit not one panel to speak about legal shit. I haven't done not one interview, none of that shit. And I sit with multiple recordings of the shit. Multiple. While people follow me around, hoping to catch me talking about it. What? So it's okay for other motherfuckers to do live streams and go to other people's channels to speak about legal cases, and to think that there's an excuse. I have the recording stating so and so can address her, blah blah blah. It's really simple. If somebody tells you to leave them alone, right? Oh, is Sly leaving? Who's good? Who's leaving? Are you? Oh, you're saying hi. My bad, almost. If somebody doesn't want anything to do with you, and if it's gone to the links of a judge ordering for motherfuckers not to contact the other party for any reason, publicly making videos speaking directly to that person about who they're in contact with, what chats they're in, is insane. Thanking them, talking about what, like, the only reason people online know any details about these court cases is because the details were taken to another channel, not by yours truly. Again, I've yet to do one interview. But back to what I was saying, the excuse of, oh, well, so and so can address her because this, and that. Absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. See, I don't understand what people, this is the control and the entitlement thing, right? Is people really think that they have a right to continue to try to get your attention, to have contact with you when you don't want any contact with them. There is no excuse. There's no reason. You cannot use a public fucking social media app to address people if they don't want anything to do with you, generally speaking. It's insane. Especially when at the very same time, if a person screams, they won't leave me alone, this person is the problem, this person keeps fucking with me, all in the same breath saying, well, so-and-so has a right to continue to address them. Absolutely not. It's harassment. That's the legal definition. It's a course of conduct that is unwanted and intended to bring on negative emotions, negative, all of them above. And, you know, I'm just saying, if people were upset with me before, they're going to hate me now. Because folks, I've heard on the internet, make a lot of excuses for their bad behavior and shit. And, you know, justify threats and harassment and shit with standing up for another adult. And can't seem to understand a mother standing up for her children. There's a big difference. There's a big fucking difference. And like I said, you got people out here carrying it on because it's the most attention they get, but that weren't even around for the whole shit. And there's a reason why law enforcement has acted in the ways that they've acted, and reasons why they have not acted on lies. There's multiple false police calls, reports that are on YouTube right now that were made on me, that were made as content. And that has continued and even amplified in the last couple of weeks to the point where all members grouped up together on a live stream again, just in the last 48 hours. There's been multiple live streams done. Multiple. Oh, I will. I've already broke Fury mentally. You know, that shit did for a while because there was so much being done and used against me. So, you know what I mean? It had like a mental, because it's spiritual warfare at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been able to come up here and entertain. I don't have to play a victim. I've never had to use this situation. Like I said, my channel did amazing when I first came on here doing reactions. I didn't do beefing. Never did any of that shit. And like I said, I have a pattern. This is my pattern. I will try to avoid conflict, but if I know there's no way to avoid it, I will handle it head on. That's just how I am. So, but that's my pattern. So, you know, at first I did avoid it. I did remove myself for a year. And shit did not stop. Just like it hasn't stopped in the last few weeks. There's a lot of manipulation, the same things, the patterns repeating over and over and over and over and over and over. And shit has been made very serious using law enforcement. And it's not content, yet folks think it is. Harassing somebody and continuing to bring up their children using their legal name, addressing them about who's in their chats, addressing them about what chats they go in and shit. There's something seriously mentally wrong. Big time. Big fucking time. And I'm over it. I'll be honest. I'm over the desperate attempts to get other people to attack me, going to men, going to women. I can't wait for Cash Apps to, you know, be looked into and investigated. I can't wait for a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Because it's organized. 100% coordinated. And folks have gotten up here and told the public multiple times. It's recorded not only with audio, but it's been put into writing multiple times as well. And like I said, you know, it wouldn't be serious had people not gotten up here and expressed, you know, that they wanted to off my children or off me. If there hadn't been a bunch of talk of wanting me and my children R-worded and schmurdered, and if there wouldn't have been the absolute disgusting, abhorrent, and just downright disgust, like evil shit said and done to innocent kids, I'm pretty sure the law may not take it as serious. But considering that it hasn't stopped, even with court orders, the fact that the public is still being pled to, and I'm still being called all type of shit, and you know what I mean? The harassment, videos being made, literally pleading with sectors to attack me. Pleading. But see, then when I, right, move forward and protect myself and my family, right, when I enforce boundaries and shit like that, then I'm fucked up. Because according to a screaming tweaker out here, my children and I are allowed to be targeted and threatened and stalked and harassed and all this other shit And because of skin colors, it's supposed to all be, permitted. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. No such thing. No such thing. So no, there's not going to be any back and forth videos. There's not going to be any responses online. There's not going to be any of that type of shit. Like I said, part of this whole healing shit, and it doesn't matter to me what other people think. This is something I have to do for myself and for my family. And you got people up here crying that their family was contacted. Like, cry to me when your children were traumatized with the police. Cry to me when your children were threatened, okay, in sexual ways or their lives or any of that kind of shit. Then you can cry to me. But until then, I don't give a fuck. It's always the people in life that do the very fucking most to others that want some sort of fucking special treatment. And like, it's just professional victims. Professional fucking victims. Everything that happens is somebody else's fault. Always. What's up, Mike? Good evening. Welcome. Ain't it just chilling? And remember when I was like, I got my little white fist in there. Every little thing I do or say gets, like, other motherfuckers, the same people, try to do the same shit. If I take a picture, you know what I'm saying, and it's a titty picture or whatever, it's showing some cleavage or whatever, you know what I mean? You got people out here calling me every type of whore, and I'm just looking for men's attention and shit like that. But when married women do it, it's okay though, right? Are they Jezebels too? Are they looking for male attention too? Last time I checked, I'm not married, isn't that? Anyway. And over the years, I've gotten really tired of my personal relationships being affected or attempted to be affected by strangers on the internet. Men that I've dated have been targeted. People that support me here online have been targeted. People offline that certain folks, knew that there was conflict, took it upon themselves to reach out and involve themselves in shit like that. That's all serious stalking and serious fucking harassment. And getting up here trying to prove that somebody is worse and I shouldn't speak to this person for this reason and blah, blah, blah. Do people ever ask themselves why it's any of their concern? What in their mind makes them think that anything going on with me is any of their business? Why who I date? Every relationship, personal and not personal. It's sick. It's really fucking sick. It's to the point now where I can't go in chats because those people will be fucking monitored as well. I'll be stalked over there no matter where I go. It's obvious this shit's not gonna stop. People can't blame it on substances anymore. This is all some deep mental illness and entitlement. Motherfuckers thinking that they're above the law and shit. See, that's the thing. I'm not playing with law. For people are stupid. And they portray themselves one way here online. And then when they turn this motherfucker off, it's a whole different story. And law enforcement ain't to play. It's not content. But for some reason, people have thought it is. What's up, Cynical One? What's up, Twin? A few years ago, I'd probably be up here pissed off and all that other shit. But like I said, with healing, you get to now I'm in the flow state. And that's the thing, when people can't control you and they can't evoke certain reactions and certain emotional responses and shit like that out of you, they'll up the ante. You know what I'm saying? And do even more and shit like that and feel something. But it what's concerning, like was brought to my attention, is why there's nothing else, no content, nothing else to speak of other than me. That's it. The obsession is on a whole different level. And again, there is no pretending that, certain people walked away and it was others that kept it going and shit. It's been displayed very clearly and obviously in the last few weeks. Like I said, I there's only certain people out here hollering about revenge while making videos, addressing me and speaking to me directly. Now, why else would a live stream be done on a public forum addressing me if it wasn't meant to get to me? And what in the fuck makes people think that they have a right or a say so about what goes on in my life at all? This shit is sick. And if it was other people, right, who influenced people's actions and they were paying people and that's why they acted some way, well, how come I don't do the same thing? If it's somebody else, right? How come all the people around them aren't affected in the same ways? People can't take accountability for themselves as a grown ass goddamn adult. It's always somebody else. Always. So I'm at the point now in healing where I have to enforce boundaries to get past this part of healing. The fact that people could get up here and display and have conversations about putting me on dating sites or anything like that, publicly admitting that it could have been very dangerous and shit like that, to get up here and use that and title it as fucking content is mind boggling to me. And that's just one example. That's just one. Just one. And this is how insane this is. The people that are up here discussing this shit see nothing wrong with the fact that they were not only a part, knew, was involved in all this shit, and then publicly try to portray themselves as victims when it was never done to them. This is the type of shit I have a problem with. I have a problem with that the phrase "I threatened to off her" keeps getting brought up. The fact that my children keep being mentioned. The fact that I keep getting addressed by my fucking government name. And the most motherfuckers have been able to cry about is subliminals. You don't think law enforcement's going to wonder and ask, why the fuck are you monitoring her or watching her? Oh, we got to see if she talks about us. Say what? There's no more excuses. There's none. There's no more, oh, they did this to me, or oh, did this person. Nope. I'm an adult. I'm a parent. I have a right to distance myself from motherfuckers. I have a right to pull back my energy, pull back my presence, pull back my involvement in anything. I can distance myself and stop any contact with anybody at any point. Nobody has a right to control that. And I find it strange that it takes so many motherfuckers, including their significant others, their fathers, their whoever else. You got people up here bringing up goddamn gang affiliations, bringing up what they say, gangster disciples or shit. What was it called? Bringing up gang ties, eh? Interesting. I'm sure law enforcement's going to find that very interesting. The same person that made reports about yours truly, that continues to involve themselves in things that involve me. Interesting. The same people who got up here, this is recorded as well, accusing me of all type of shit over hearsay while telling me that I had felony warrants for my arrest. Ooh-wee. Not everybody grouping up together. Everybody's showing their hand because Mo isn't saying a word because she posted something about kindness. Oh, that fucking bitch. How dare her? How dare her put something not about us that's positive? What kind of fuck shit is this? That fucking monster. Interesting. So, no, I won't be involved in the chats anymore. That's something I have to do to protect the people that I fucks with. Also, it's something that has happened as a result of fucking monitoring and cyber stalking that has yet to cease here online. I'm tired of legal threats. I'm tired of people making videos using my name. And then if I respond in any way, shape, or form, I'm threatened with law enforcement. I'm tired of being followed around. I'm tired of my children being brought up. I'm tired of a certain individual concentrating on and bringing up my son being pictured with being hung. I find it really concerning that a group of people and multiple people in this group have personally threatened my children, either sexually, threatened their lives. And again, anyway, I'm not going to get on that. But you can't threaten anybody for any fucking reason. There's no excuse. I just wonder what people think they sound like when they say they were defending another adult while targeting kids. And then people really trying to lie as if it's not documented through law enforcement, as if there wasn't a whole Freedom of Information Act. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Ain't it just chilling? That's some people though, that's all they're capable of. They don't have actual content. That if they don't attach themselves to somebody else that gets attention, what do they have? Think about it. You got a bitch really trying to play a victim that has a whole channel out here that she can't access anymore with all type of incriminating shit on it. The same bitch that been behind the scenes saying she would have me and my kids R-worded and schmurdered, publicly threatened to schmurder them, linked up with other people that have threatened my children. And like I said, the people, if you weren't around for everything, it's wise not to involve yourself in shit. While you hollering about the police, they shaking their heads. You don't think they know how everything started, you dumb bitch? How you in the same breath get up there talking about a child being hung and justifying that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm glad I've never had to build my social media presence off of other people's names. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I've been able to build on multiple different apps with actual content. And that's what I'm known for, and not for stupid ass shit. And again, pattern, right? And I ain't the only one. I won't the first either. But now motherfuckers done made it all type of hate crime and shit. Idiots. Fucking idiots. And what can they say? Who was bothering them? Hmm. Who? You know what's really clear to everybody is that people think that they have a right and they're entitled to do and say whatever they want. And then they can use law enforcement to silence anybody from saying anything in opposition to that, in defense of themselves. People have been threatened in the beef sector. Multiple people have been threatened legally for having an opinion. Common denominators and patterns are patterning. Louis, please take that bitch's name out my chat. Please don't ever type that in here again. That one is just so goddamn desperate for any type of attention and absolutely nothing going for them. Willing to throw away their freedom and shit. You know what I mean? All to be involved in something. Doesn't have a legal leg to stand on, doesn't have a fucking any type of leg to stand on whatsoever. None. And that's the thing, you got people out here always want beef and conflict and shit like that. But then when they have to face a motherfucker on a panel or some shit like that, they want to run, or they're paying content creators. Like I said, a motherfucker doesn't have a shot in hell of doing fuck ass shit to me when law enforcement already has proof that this motherfucker was paying people to attack me. And multiple people have come forward with it and even shown the Cash App receipt. You got people up here crying about losing fucking channels while they made false police reports on people. There's never an excuse for that shit. When is it ever okay to do that? And then people are really upset that their efforts don't go anywhere. Shit is sick, man. Shit is fucking sick. Imagine I gave a fuck and attacked people constantly for their associations and who they're cool with. Imagine I gave a fuck. Ew. That's what I'm saying. When motherfuckers are happy, they go about their business. They do their own shit. They don't constantly follow behind the next motherfucker to see what they're saying and who they're talking to. That's crazy as fuck. Crazy as fuck to keep running to law enforcement admitting stalking somebody and monitoring them. Insane. Fucking insane. And then hiding all the shit. Privating it. So that if a motherfucker responds or reacts, it looks like they're just coming out of nowhere. It was done to Diva. She was fucking attacked just for supporting me. And look, I be minding my own business. It happened Mother's Day. I'm over here jamming in my fucking bibs and shit. Ooey. Got my little charms and shit for Mother's Day. I was all touched it, put it on my fucking wall and shit. All hell broke loose. Every year, right after Mother's Day. Every fucking year. And you got people, like I said, ain't no motherfucker able to justify, oh, I did this standing up for another adult. I'll always stand for my children. Always. And I don't give a fuck. Yep. Say it again. I'm one hell of a fucking fight. Goddamn right. You're gonna need backup. You're gonna need your man, your brother, cousin, uncle, all that shit. Bitch, when it comes to my children, motherfucker, you're gonna need everything you got. Cause I swear to God, I shan't ever. And not only that, but what kind of dumb bitch gets up here and talks about my son threatened to be hung and shit, and then you post pictures of your children, kind of hoping that somebody will do something fucked up so you can play a victim and pretend like the motherfucker's been doing this whole time? Absolutely not. The people that haven't even been around as long as I have came into these certain areas years after I'd already been there, crying that I stalked them. Well, how come they haven't been able to go and find any places on their own? How come the only people that they are fucking cool with are people that I don't fuck with? Strange, ain't it? It's some creepy ass shit. This is some creepy ass shit. This is some like documentary ass shit. Watch, someday somebody's gonna do a documentary on this weird ass shit. Obsession that went too goddamn far. People that thought they could control a bit. You know what I'm saying? Thought if they targeted her children and tried to destroy every relationship around her, that they'd be able to break her ass. And instead, they created a goddamn beast that they can't beat. And now everybody else fucking, man, shut the fuck up. Send that shit to the police. Just mad I be shitting on bitches. Yep, with everything I've been through, yep, I still shit on bitches. I still get on here. I still smile, motherfucker. I still make content. I still make people laugh. I still make people smile. I still encourage people. All that shit. Ain't break me. But like I said, I am at a point in life now with this whole healing process. And that, you know, it's something I gotta do for myself, my family, my children. And I'm not in any fear of any type of legal actions being taken against me. The law enforcement is more than aware of what's been going on, even on a federal fucking level. People are just too ignorant and they are desperate and have nothing else. So it kind of balls to the walls type shit. And if they can push me to act out or do something ignorant, you know what I'm saying, then it justifies their shit. But it's absolutely retaliation, the revenge talk and all that shit, the joking that, you know, they don't let shit go and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm glad it's admitted and I'm glad it was all shown while I was fucking silent. And while I didn't say anything, I didn't react, respond, I didn't post anything. Self-control, baby. Discipline, baby. That's the fucking time we in. And like I said, it everything's revealed in time. Everything. You don't have to do shit. You don't. Just be honest. That's it. I'm not performing for no weird ass motherfuckers. I said I don't fuck with. I meant it. I couldn't be controlled. when I first came on here by fucking strangers and weirdos, I won't be controlled by strangers and weirdos today. Uh, Nobody on here gets to decide anything for me. I'm not going to be ran the fuck offline. I'm not going to be harassed off this motherfucker. I'm tired of taking harassment over 2 different legal cases. I'm sick of the shit. I've got so many fucking videos now. Panels done. Law enforcement, it's not going to be hard. Like I said, it's easy to see the fucking truth, but there's a season when it's time for boundaries to be enforced and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I am genuinely concerned. I feel like people are very desperate. I think it's odd that people keep talking about offing me. And proud of it. And excuse it. And think all this shit's a game. And think it's content. So that's why I've been quiet. I had to take a step back from everything. I have to change the way that I do shit here on YouTube. I have to protect myself a little bit more, and it helps protect other people. I don't really care who's going to hate me here shortly. I really don't care anymore. I'm going to do what the fuck I need to do to protect myself and my children. I think anybody would find it very concerning that their children are still being spoken of and brought up in such disgusting and wicked ass ways. I think it's strange that people follow me around and continue to try to get others involved. That's called third party harassment, using legal cases to do it. And I'm fed the fuck up. So I'm going to start enforcing boundaries. Straight the fuck up. I really don't care anymore. And I'll be back on my content. I still have all my shit planned. Like I said, Monday's supposed to be a little date night, date day, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, how that shit's gonna play out. We'll see. Cause I really do want to show you guys the shit that I got and everything, but I definitely didn't expect it to take this long to heal. At all. I thought it would, be a lot faster. Even though the dentist was like, it might take a while. I was like, oh no, I got this. Surprise, bitch. Slow your roll. I was like, oh, okay. I'm listening. All right. I'm chilling. All right. Fuck, I'm chilling. And then, of course, I've got people asking, when I'm going to start Modoir again and when I'm going to film. And I'm like, it's coming, y'all. It's coming. But you guys got to make sure that you're supporting your girl's shit. You got to hit the likes. You got to share it out. All that good stuff. Because, like I said, certain people get upset when I wear something a little spicy and I might be showing a little cleavage. You know what I'm saying? And they'll try to report my shit. People that are butthurted, you know what I'm saying? All to turn around and, post cleavage. It's the craziest shit. It's the craziest shit. She just wants man's attention. Oh. Well, what's it when? Never mind. Oh, I don't care. I could give a fuck less. Nobody cares when I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. People up here crying. Guess what? I've never threatened to fucking harm people and shit. And this shit is sick, dude. That shit is sick. I want nothing to do with people like that. Ew. 100% caca. Gag me with a spoon. Not to be on no snooty ass shit, but ill, bitch. Gross. I shan't, motherfucker. I shan't. Some shit is just trash. Some motherfuckers are just trash. and you gotta leave them in that shit. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Next. Moving on. Uh, Haka. And until a motherfucker up here talking about fat people and some more shit, make sure you ain't fat. Make sure your fucking friend is not gargantuan. Because if not, you just look retarded. Like, just looking dumb in the face. Like, stupid. Up here, they won't leave me alone. I'm being bullied. And then, why is everybody so quiet? I'm so uncomfortable. Why isn't anybody saying anything? Like, begging for attention, begging for reactions, begging, antagonizing, all kinds of shit. And then when the motherfucker gets it, then they run into the police. They're crying, they're bullied, they're this and that, this and that, this and that. Put people's names in videos. Like, it's ridiculous. And again, all this referring to somebody as a white bitch and honky crackers and some more shit. The only thing you do is upgrade that shit to hate crimes. That's all the fuck you're doing. That's it. Wow, wanting me to be attacked and calling me a racist? Hold up. Excuse me, bitch. Excuse me. Ah, crying. Motherfucker wants to go hit panels and shit and try to get men to attack me. And then when I hit the panel, girl, that was the worst acting I ever seen in my life. Who allows themselves to be bait? All for that shit to blow up in their face. And if people paid attention, they would realize that over the course of all this fuckery, right? Everything, it's always blown up in people's faces when they've tried to do something fucked up with foul intentions and try to hurt me or harm me in some sort of way. It has always backfired. Always. Every single fucking time. You got people up here, you know what I mean? Every time they talk shit. But I actually do what I say. The shit I say actually happens. You got motherfuckers up here, like, and that's what I'm saying. But it's always somebody else, ain't it? Imagine being a grown ass adult trying to make everybody else responsible for your choices and your actions. They made me do it. They pushed me. They did this. They did that. Well, motherfuckers have been pushed even further. I'm back, y'all. My bad. I had to give my kid money to go get cat food. Anyway, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. But it's creepy. I'm over it. It's not even, like I said, it's a flow state, right? A lot of shit in life I've realized that I have to fucking just, even if it's not something that I want to do, because with a lot of shit, and everybody knows this, I just didn't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I just ignored everything. I ain't want nothing to do with it. I didn't give a fuck. Like, don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, fuck you, fuck you. Like, just, I didn't want shit to do with it. And it just never stops. And proven yet the fuck again. You know what I'm saying? Quiet, mind my business. The one thing I post is positive, and you see the demons go fucking crazy. Like, and that's somebody else's fault. They grown ass adults. That's the wildest shit to me. Wanting law enforcement to act on false shit, but not honoring the shit that's already in place. It is insane. Like, there should have never been a reason why I was cussed out by another content creator over legal matters. How did that content creator even know those details? Who told her? Oops. Referring to somebody as that white bitch, you're still that person that did this and did that, posting their shit. Like, come on, man. Yola. Good evening. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Word. To your mother. I need to go let Donkey out. And I'm not looking at the chat from my other phone, so most of this shit usually pops up on here. Nothing. Word. I'm moving around better. I still need that the circulation booty rubs though. I'm just saying they're kind of necessary at this point. You know what I mean? Like medically, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about healing and health because your health is your wealth. You feel me? So, and it's just doing wonders for my circulation, and you know, it's been so helpful. You got me? Lee! Ladies, cover your ears. Earmuffs! Ladies, ain't it just chilling? They're great. I look forward to them. I've been getting them every day. Earmuffs! Shh. Look, ladies, if you just be like, oh, my back, right? Like, my back's really fucked up, but like, if you don't even have to have a fucked up back, just be like, oh, no. And then you'd be like, oh, my circulation and oh, you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Can you rub my legs? Right? And then they gonna get feeling all up on your thighs and shit. And then they gonna be feeling your ass meat. You know what I'm saying? The hippage and then the fallupala just be fallupaline, you know? And then there's just crevices and cracks and hey, that's just all she wrote. But remember, you're kind of crippled and shit. So you're not like bound. You don't have to give any sugar up, really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, afterwards, when you get better, you're gonna have to like, you know, yeah. But there's been some advantages. I'm not gonna lie. I've been spoiled like a motherfucker. He cooking for me every day, helping my old ass all over this motherfucker. I feel like Martha and shit. My kids are like, Mom, are you okay? Even the dog looking at me, head all cocked sideways, like, what the fuck? This bitch walking hella funny. She even whined. Like it was like the second day I'm walking around this motherfucker all crippled like and shit. Dog cocked her head all sideways and did like a light whine. She was like, "Rrr." I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to hear it, bitch. I don't even want to hear it. Okay. I think I dropped it too low or some shit. Right? I don't know what happened. It could have happened when I was throwing my little white wagon in a circle. I don't remember. It's all a blur. Just chilling though. Yeah, we gotta be together. Well, duh. You wouldn't just ask anybody for some random booty rubs. Ew. Y'all act like, man, I don't think y'all look. I am not easy to get close to. Just ask around. Look how mad motherfuckers are. Okay? I'll be getting called a whore and some more shit. I'm like, oh, did you get some? Who got some that you know? Oh, nobody. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. The biggest whore. Oh, I saw your titties. Oh, okay. Like, and they're titties. You okay? Aw. I bet you I didn't shove them in your face. Aw. Shit, me too, Elrod. Bitch, me too. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, dude, imagine the kids weren't here and, you know, he won't hear his shit. I'd be just hopping around this motherfucker by myself. For a job, you know, I ain't doing all that. That's what I'm saying, just chilling. That's where it would like, you know, like being a sugar baby or whatever, having a sugar daddy would just not work for me. Because the whole sugar part, right? I'd be stingy as a bitch. I'd be like, wait, hold up. Excuse me? Oh, hell no. Like, you can see some titties. Anything but beyond that, you can looky, no touchy type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ew. People get upset with me. Motherfucker, you're lucky I'm letting you look. You're not entitled to touch. Get the fuck out of here. People just be mad that they can't get you in those ways. You know what I mean? It like if you look at this shit, people upset that I walked away and don't want shit to do with them, that I won't respond, I won't answer, I ignore them. So then they want to fucking make 5,000 videos trying to talking to me and some more shit. What? Fuck off. Ew. Gross, motherfucker. Yuck. And that's how you know bitches ain't getting dick down. You more worried about a bitch online. Embarrassing, yo. Embarrassing. Every day. Oh my God, what's that white bitch doing? Let's go see. She ain't said shit today. What the fuck? The fuck? This is no fun anymore. We can't fuck with her. We can't fuck with her and get a reaction and pretend we're victims. This isn't fun anymore. I can't play a victim. What kind of shit is this? I don't want to do. I'm not. Oh, I know. Just chilling. I'd be fucked. Not literally. That'd be the problem because I shan't. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the thing for me. It ain't. I'm way too like. I don't know. Like I said, pictures and shit looky no touchy. You feel me? But when it goes more than that, I shan't. Fuck you. I know. Nope. Nope. That's it. You gotta have boundaries and shit. You know what I'm saying? Set your boundaries and shit. And looky and no touchy. You touchy, you get throw punchy. Fuck around, bitch. Ain't it? What the who is Motown? What chat is she in? You go check here, I'm gonna go check here. Do you record it? Yeah, I recorded it. Do you see what she wore? Watch, I'm gonna get more likes on my pictures. Watch this, bitch. Like, weird shit. Bad, just chilling. Hella bad. They act like they got dudes in their lives. Man, get the fuck out of here. Let me be making some videos putting dudes' names in my title and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting no type of booty rubs. You feel me? Ain't no man laying up in your bed gonna be okay with you on here making videos and dedicating songs to other dudes and some more shit. Girl, bye. Some of these bitches, you can tell, no act right in their life. Be worried about the next bitch. She's a whore. Well, maybe you should be a whore and you be a happier bitch. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Instead, you got bitter ass motherfuckers on here and thinking that you would want their man. Why? Why would I ever want to be kept miserable? People mad because you don't. I get accused of talking about people's men. I don't even mention these motherfuckers. Won't even look their way. Ill, bitch. Caca. Whole dismissed. Whole hard fucking pass. You know what I'm saying? Ill. And then they still mad at me. You can't win. You know what I mean? You don't want their man, you're fucked up. Like, ew. Sorry. Ain't never gonna happen, dude. Never. Ever. I shan't. And then, oh, so and so's a paymaster, and that's why I did this shit, cause if I was being paid and I'm not doing the same shit, whose fault is that? Embarrassing. And not only that, but how is it motherfuckers it just projection like a bitch? Law enforcement even said that. They're like projection, ain't it? All you gotta do is listen for what people say, what they accuse the next person of doing. That's the shit they did. 100% out here. Oh, they hate me. They want this. They want to do this to me. Excuse me. Hold on. Who was making that? Who wants to? What? Ugh. As if people are dumb. No, not at all. TikTok is like for some women as well, but oh god, hell yeah, TikTok is. I fuck around though, and go watch the TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, that's my trash. Like that's my guilty pleasure. I go on the fucking TikTok and watch certain drama, like that Resilient Jenkins bitch. I go check and see what's going on with that one. Krishan Rock, Brene, uh, with some 2K and Bree and Santos and what's her fuck, that little chick. She crazy as shit. I forgot her name though. Um, she's kind of big. I forgot her name. Why'd I forget her name? Anyway, that's like my trash shit I watch. You know, see, because they're always eating this shit. Like, and it makes me hungry. So usually when I sit down to eat, I'll go on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because it always makes me want to snack. And I just go and check all the bullshit. And Krishan Rock, look, I'll have to do a whole separate live talking about that bitch. Look, she just, I'm saying, that is some whole fuckery. That, man, look, you want to know my honest opinion? Everybody was like, "Oh, she dry snitching on Blueface because she went live, right? They spent like the weekend together in Miami or whatever, right? And he got a pregnant girlfriend and some more shit, right? And him and Krishan linked up in Miami, and she's supposed to be on her whole Yahweh, Yahweh, and she was not on some Yahweh shit. All right. Anyway, back to the point. So they, go their separate ways at the end of the weekend, and she done fell back in love and shit, you know what I mean? And he's kind of like, adios, amigo. And so she gets butthurt today, she goes on live trying to fucking expose him again, which she does every time she gets mad at him. And she's like, and you gonna risk your life and your freedom coming to see me? She dry snitching on him, right? And she's like, you're on probation and da 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 da. And I'm thinking to myself, he's not gonna. I don't think he would do that, knowing he could be seen. A Whack 100 ain't gonna be okay with that. They don't want him in jail, right? I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if because she's obviously being investigated by the police. Like that's 100% proven. Like people are being questioned by investigators, like in real time. And I was like, wouldn't that be some shit? Here she's thinking Blueface wants to link because, he still got feelings for her and shit. Like, what the fuck? She forgot she put his whole address out this motherfucker when she got mad at him and shit. You know what I mean? Was threatening to put him back in jail and all this shit. Like, who's to say he ain't working allegedly? And this is all speculation. I'm not saying this, I'm just saying speculation. Wouldn't that be some shit? Right. If he was undercover, what I'm saying, getting some information, and that's why they linked up. Ooh, you gotta wonder, man. I don't think he forgot. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one person that can get close to her. And if she's probably lets her guard down around him, obviously. I don't know, y'all. The timing of it, there ain't no such thing as a coinky dink. There ain't no such thing. And then she was all, the police told me they know I didn't do it, because she got talking about her ex that was murdered, right? He got shot 10 times in his car, and even it was a hit, right? And she like took credit for it when she was angry, and like she said she, unalive the motherfucker before or some more shit. Like that dude that was taken out, her ex, he did time for someone that he supposedly took out, but she took credit for it. Anyway, so basically, she's catching hell publicly. Like, she's had a lot of internet pressure about Ronnie, the guy that came out and said that he was Junior's dad. And he went through the courts, and she was about to have to give a DNA sample. And, that determined if he was the father of Blueface. And then, like 2 weeks before the court case, he was unalive. And when she spoke on it the other day, let me just tell you, she gave a motive. I'm not law enforcement, obviously, but you ain't got to be to understand and read through what she said, and her fucking just everything, her body language, everything. People tell on themselves in ways they don't realize that they're telling on themselves. Just the way she spoke. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you were upset with him or not, you wouldn't hold such a resentment for like the way she was talking. And yeah, just chilling. That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be some shit? He could have planted a fucking recording, like anything. People be committing crimes with people and shit. Ain't nobody fitting to, you know, throw away their life, especially for some shit that somebody else did, you know? But yeah, she's been linked to it allegedly, like a lot of different shit. Like people, I don't know. You gotta understand, there's people that can blend into different, you know, groups of people and shit, and they are 100% informants, and they'll get close and get all kinds of information and commit crimes with you and some more shit. And the next thing you know, you got the feds on your ass, and you don't know why. Well, that motherfucker was an informant. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Hello. It keeps the law off their ass. You know, as long as they keep feeding them shit they can use on others, especially if they know, hell yeah, they'll get away with all kinds of shit. But he exposed, like, allegedly her, you know, real, her biological father, allegedly, and all this shit. So, I don't know. He lost his life, young guy, too. Sad. They were like high school loves and shit. Really sad. The whole situation's sad because you could tell he really wanted to be a part of that kid's life. He loved her before she was famous, you know. So anyway, uh, she was like, "Yeah, they told me that they have his phone and they know I didn't do it." People are so dumb. Law enforcement will tell you whatever they need to tell you. Idiot, fucking idiots. They can lie to you 100%. They can lie to you. But I was like, damn, dude. The shit that, like, she should have never talked about it. And if people think that, you know, social media can't be used against you, it, it can be used more against you than it can be to help you, you know? And she should have never talked about that subject, period. But she was getting so much pressure. I think even TMZ was talking about it and shit. Act like fucking law enforcement won't put pressure on you using social media, as if law enforcement isn't all throughout social. People are stupid, just ignorant. Oh, we talking about Krishan Rock. That girl. It's that shit's a mess, dude. And like every time her and Blueface fall out, it's a pattern. She come publicly and she expose them, right? And then she runs to church. Every time. I mean, whatever people gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating or judging, but you know how I feel. The sun is the sun. Like, if you go all, anyway, I'm not gonna get into a whole theological discussion on that shit, but anyway, y'all know I'll break that whole shit down. Christianity is basically worship of the sun. Sad, like, hello. Anyway, there were so many other religions before with the same thing. A son born into a virgin. Like, come on. Oh, hold on. Let me go up just so. Hold up. Sean Rock is a perfect example of a quote. My cousin said, R.I.P. said that the biggest devils can also be found. 100% just chilling. Want to know the most obvious sign that somebody is chronically online? They're always using insert content creator here, talking points in real life. Ain't it? I agree. Yeah, I know. And now, Rod, I used to like think there was some potential there, you know, but then I realized I was like, this is a devious ass motherfucker. Like, she's lying 90% of the time. No joke. Everybody blamed Blueface and shit, and thought he was like manipulating her and everything was his fault and shit. It wasn't. It wasn't. He was actually being honest about a lot of shit and called things like it was. But he's also smart and he knows that drama sells here on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why he keeps the shit up. I think a lot of it is plays and for entertainment only. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't think those women would stick around and put up with the shit if it was really going on the way that it's presented. I think a lot because even him and Krishan have both admitted that. Jaden too. That when him and Krishan first started out, it was like a business thing. You know what I mean? And over time, it actually became at what they were making it out to be. And people like scandal, sex sells, drama sells. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I even do it because my brand is, single woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Healing type shit, like owning your shit, just being a strong type woman, like just doing your thing, Ain't no perfect shit over here, but um, their brand is drama, you know? And people like it. He had that whole blues bad girl thing or whatever, remember? During the whatever. So I get it. It's marketing. It's marketing. It's certain shit it sells. But when you're working with somebody like that and you're portraying it, I think that's obviously why so many actors fall for each other. You know what I'm saying? When they're like filming movies and stuff like that, and they have like romantic love scenes and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? You're portraying it like you're being intimate with somebody. I'm sure, obviously, I mean, we know this, obviously, plenty of actors end up getting together because of their roles together and shit. So, of course, it's going to happen when it's social media. But there's a lot of people on here that they have relationships offline and their partners aren't online, like talking about, and they network with other content creators and they'll, run plays and storylines and pretend like they're fucking around or they're dating and shit like that. And they're not. It's all for show. You know what I'm saying? It's all to make some coin and give people something to talk about and shit. And their partners will know about everything. And, some people are up here on some entertainment shit. 100%. They're actors. That's it. Yeah, he forced her to drink it. He did not force her. All right. See, I don't co-sign that. You can't force another adult to do shit. That's her not taking accountability for herself. At her age, no one could make me do a goddamn thing, especially when I was pregnant. No. And she's got it up here and been like, yeah, I'll just kill it. Remember how she was talking about? And she was like, I had 3 abortions with Blue. And she was like, with him. I'm like, girl, she was talking like it was birth control, And here she's 20 weeks pregnant, figured out it ain't Blueface's and he knew it won't his and shit. I truly feel, in my personal opinion, that's why she has, treated that pregnancy the way she did. Because if it had been Blue, she wouldn't have done that. And I truly believe that's why she doesn't put the effort into it and not to her son and his, medical issues the way that she should. I get you want a career and all that other shit, but when you become a mother, man, like your wants are not at the front anymore, And it's hard for the public to see her put this time and other people put time into, building her and molding her into somebody she can be proud of. And, so she can be successful while her son suffers, because all parents can see it. Like, we all know what normal milestones are and when a child is delayed and when they're extremely delayed. And there's some disabilities going on there. And that, I mean, he's young and you have I don't know, have everything at your fingertips. You could get the best of care and all that shit. like the best of the specialists. You could use your platform for all kinds of shit, like, and really get the top notch of treatment just on her name and her connections alone. You know what I'm saying? That would help her more than anything, because people are already invested now. I mean, that one guy, what's his name? Sean Davies show, I think it's his name. He that's pretty much all he talks about is that situation, and people are legit concerned because, like I said, even if you're not a parent, you know there's some serious medical issues going on there, and could 100% by what is portrayed publicly, right? It's not hard to assume and observe that there's some medical, needs not being met type shit. And as a mom of a child that went through, medical disabilities and medical issues and shit like that, and the whole thing is, yes, your whole world is going to change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your whole world changes when you become a parent, but especially when you have a special needs child like that, that has to come before anything of yourself. And it takes a lot of you can't be a selfish person. You can't, or your child won't, thrive. May survive, but won't thrive. And like, you only get one chance to do that shit right. Like, you only get one chance to raise them. And all parents, I think we can all look back and be like, damn, I wish I'd have done that differently, or I wish I'd have done that like better, or whatever, right? But like, that's one thing that, like, you just can't sleep on shit like that. You just can't. And it's sad, and it rubs the public the wrong way. It really does, especially parents. They say that she's had like thousands and thousands of CPS calls. I can imagine. It looked like he had those, what are they called? Um, I can't think of the right word, but they're a type of seizures. And when you watch, you can tell. I felt so sorry for him. The shit made me tear up. I had to like take a little break from watching it for a little while. It was the same way when I used to troll fucking Nature Boy. At one point, I got so disgusted with the way that, shit was. I had to distance myself and take a break from watching it because it was just so goddamn, like, hard to watch and just traumatizing, right? And it's the same way where he's very sleepy, like, abnormally, right? And she had him on her lap, and she was filming, and she's just so goddamn loud, right? And she scared him, and you could just see it. Like, you see him startle, he jumps, right? And his face, he immediately started crying, and it fucking broke my heart. Like, it brought tears to my eyes. I felt so sorry for him. He was in your daughter. He's got more than, I mean, he's got a lot of issues, girl. He needs allegedly a feeding tube and all kinds of shit. And having a special needs child, it takes a lot more than just a regular, like, a healthy kid. It does. Everything's different. Everything. I'm pretty sure it's, more complicated than a PIC line. And a PIC line is a lot to take care of in a child that young. So, but you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. It's not going to get better if you don't do these things. I mean, he's probably going to need long-term care, as an adult as well. So putting it off is not helping anybody. It's just making it 100 times worse. But you got to understand that, if the people closest to her can't get through to her family, Blueface, all these other motherfuckers, like, I don't know. Some people just don't have a maternal bone in their body, dude. I used to have a lot of hope for her. And then the more I saw, I mean, I was just like, wow. And she has, like, I don't know. It's easy to speak from shit when you're not in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know all her everything. We only know what's portrayed online, right? So this is all observations by what I see. Nobody knows truly what goes on behind once the cameras are off and shit. You can only speculate and assume. You got to be careful with that here online because it is a mind stop and it is to control and influence and manipulate and shit like that. And people parasocial as fuck feel like they know you, you know, think that you're closer than you are and shit like that, and or think they know you in ways that they don't, and some more shit. Just people are weirdos, dude. Fucking weirdos. I think people would shit a brick if they knew how many people on this motherfucker had my phone number. Not my old phone number that's been spread all around. The one I have now. Like, I don't open myself up like that, like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I learned the very fucking hard way. And people look at me like I'm too fucking like I'm not friendly or whatever. That's okay. Being friendly, you know, didn't do me well in certain situations. So you gotta be a little bit smarter and protect yourself and shit like that. Because a lot of times here online, there's too much benefit. I've been saying this shit for years. There's too much benefit in harming another person because people use that as quote unquote content, right? And they will profit off your pain, off another person's pain and shit like that. So it's too much of a benefit for someone to get close to somebody and get information on them. You know what I'm saying? Trauma bond, which you find out all your shit, you know, that they can use against you publicly. It makes for drama for people who aren't involved. You know what I'm saying? And people always enjoy watching some fuck shit that it's not them until it's them. And then everything changes. That's why I don't think it's such a bad thing that people do plays. You know, folks will be like, "Oh, it's fake, it's fake." You know what though? People aren't getting hurt though. You know, people are making their coin, they're entertaining, and people aren't being genuinely harmed. Like, it's just sad. And then one has to ask themselves, like, why are you getting enjoyment out of somebody else's pain and then not expecting that shit to come back at you? People talk about they understand universal law and they're spiritual, they're this, they're that. Clearly not. Clearly not. Truth is truth is truth. Not how we manipulate it, not how we wanted it to be, not your truth, her truth, his truth. There is the truth, and that's it. There's the truth, and then there's not truth. Hold on, who? Oh, well, I'm not surprised. Girl, people have been getting warned not to come up. That's the thing. You got people up here talking about other people that are stalkers and shit, not realizing I have almost a dozen clips of a certain individual, right, from other individuals that have been told not to support my channel, not to come over here. I'm just brought up out the clear blue sky and shit. Telling people not to come over here. And there are people that are so like chill, you know, and they say something to me. They're like, yeah, someone told me not to support you, but I told them, fuck you. I'm like, hell yeah, I know that's right. Fuck them. That's you got people out here that try to influence others. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not welcome. Like, just because I don't fuck with you doesn't mean that another person won't be welcome over here when people are butthurt. They don't have access to me in those ways. You know what I'm saying? And get jealous of anybody else that does. Kind of like when you turn a man down or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You reject them and shit, and then they're jealous of every man that you even remotely speak to. And if you give a man a chance, you know, they'll be comparing themselves into some more shit. How embarrassing. Oh my God. I would be so fucking mortified. Go ahead. Fuck around. Go ahead and compare yourself to that lady's man and see what happens. Do it. Give a fuck about what dick she sits on and see how fast, motherfucker. I'm gonna be like Casper out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, And that's the point. People don't realize it. Bitches are upset with me because their men are fucking fascinated. They can disguise it as hate all they fucking want, dude. Fascinated, captivated like a motherfucker, right? And I be just as grossed out. Ew, motherfucker, if you don't get the fuck on, you know what I'm saying? But I'm the bad guy and shit. Oh, yeah. And then just mad, mad at the bitches I'm cool with and shit. Oh, you should hate her. I fuck her too, and that bitch too, and you did it like just trying to control every. So weird, so weird. What are motherfuckers so scared of? Mm. People might actually fuck with me. They might actually like me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my no! They love the fupa just chilling. They be loving the falupa love. That's what we call it, falupa la love. Motherfuckers just be hating because I'm all squishy and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be getting called fat and everything. Mad at my titty meat and some more shit. Is that the police? No. You know? Like, what the fuck? Why y'all mad? Don't nobody make nobody watch. Like, captivated. Like I said, it's not my fault. You know? Like, I didn't invite the shit. Like, what? Ew. Gross. Don't be mad at me. Because I don't want shit to do with it. That's my choice. The people just don't like the word no. You got a lot of soft punk pussy ass motherfuckers, like just very fragile egoed, you know? And they be like, well, if I can't have her, nobody can. Remember, Bobby was so fucked up and blah blah, and he was every crispy crunchity and shit, and blah blah blah. And I date a young white dude. Then it's all this and this, that. And then you got grown ass married men up here comparing themselves to them and shit. Bitches talk about they want to sit on their faces, and I'm like, wait, what? Hold on. This is some sick shit. This is some real Twilight Zone type shit. Ain't it? The underfunk of it all. No, thank you. That no, thank you. Nope. I was watching this shit. I can't. What's that guy's name? Robert Greene, I think it is. And he was saying, like two of the most like the worst type of motherfuckers in the world is the one that like justifies everything that they do. Like there's always an excuse for their bad behavior, and then the like self-righteous motherfuckers. Like those are the two worst motherfuckers in the world. And look, you done made Sly fall out the fucking bushes and shit. Just disgusting. Ew. I shan't. But I'm the bad guy. Cause I don't fuck with married guys. Goddamn monster. What a bitch. She won't fuck with married dudes, y'all. What a fucking whore. That home wrecking hoe. How dare you not entertain married men? Kind of shit is this, bitch? How dare you not want my man? What? Hold on. I'm confused. Just mad. You got some bitches out here, the whole couple want her. You know what I'm saying? They both after the clam and shit. They be at war with each other. It's on some sick shit. I'm telling you. Don't make me break some shit down that I be viewing here on the interwebs. That's why I say you gotta take a break from this shit. It'd be some mind fuckery. You feel me? The whole kerfuckles. Whole kerfuckles. Mm-hmm. I ain't lying to you. Look, motherfuckers was writing, singing me songs and shit. You got Decepticons out here pretending like people writing them songs and shit. I got people making me little AI shits. People get, uh, man made her that. I'll make you one, boo. Don't worry. It is funny. People get accused of paying folks to do it. Oh, I had to tell this motherfucker stop buying me shit. Oh, funny. Because there's proof of motherfuckers damn near begging. That's not fair. Nobody buys me that shit. Mo gets that. People send her shit. Nobody buys me that. Nobody sends me flowers. Nobody buys me cosplay. Some motherfuckers try to make people feel better. You know what I'm saying? Buy the shit for them. And then that's a problem too. Like now it's a lie and shit. Oh, this motherfucker made me accept the gift. God damn it, bitch. Just chilling. Where the fuck have you been? Huh? Sir. Sir. But I'm the hope. This all started because I said, pass. Hard pass. I shan't. Nope. Nope. Fine. That's my arch nemesis. Goddamn laundry. I can get the bitch through the washer, through the dryer. I can even get the shit to my bed, right? But that's where it ends. That's where the kerfuckle begins, okay? And that shit sits there. Or I'll fold it, right? I'm feeling snazzy and shit, and I'll fold everybody's shit, and my kids don't get their shit. They think my bed is their goddamn fucking what's it called? Dresser drawers and shit. Just leave their shit all up in my room. Excuse me. No. No. Just chilling. You hella late. You hella late. Okay, it all started because I was like, nah. You feel me? I just don't get down like that. I was still, I hadn't done Modor Arts yet. Like, I was still very much on my nerd shit. You know what I mean? Had only ever reacted to Game of Thrones. Like, I don't think I'd ever shown myself from my like waist down, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I cammed up and shit, but I didn't do shorts and all that. And motherfuckers, were like press wanted to meet up and, oh, you should come here. Oh, I'll come there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wait, what? Huh? And, it got kind of weird. Like comments kept being made about my fucking ass and my titty nipples, and nobody had even seen my titty nipples yet. You know what I'm saying? Just weird, uncomfortable shit. And I was like, this shit's making me uncomfortable. And there was all kinds of joking about sister wives. I thought it was joking. Bitch, hell no. That shit was not a joke at all. Right? And I ain't the only person this shit happened to. So I was like, nah, I can't. I do have some standards, goddamn it. Like I may not have the best taste in relationships. I might or may not, right, have been in a kerfuckle or two myself. All right. I never said my picker was 1,000% correct. All right. I'm saying I've gotten a lot better with age. We've improved over time. Okay. But that was a hard pass. That was a never gonna fucking happen. That was a fuck nah, a capital fuck nah, right? And it was a problem. And egos got hurt and shit. And then I got set up, and that was all she wrote. But I felt hella uncomfortable. I was like, wait, what? I don't get down like this. Like, I'm a freak, but I ain't that kind of freak. Like, there's levels of freaky. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't that level of freaky. Sorry. It's just all this like, you know, um modest shit or whatever. That the whole fakery shit, that's all relatively new. I've always known my freak shit. I just don't go certain levels of freak shit. You know, we all have our limits. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, I'm strictly dickly. And I'm a territorial ass motherfucker at that, right? You can ask anybody I've dated. I'm territorial. I'm not a jealous bitch, but I'm territorial, right? What's mine is mine, and I'm not sharing it. And I don't expect my man to share either, right? So there was just a, people don't have to, I ain't judging. This ain't for me. And so at that point, when you hurt feelings and shit, Fifi's nothing more than Fifi. Yeah, it bees like that sometimes. I just tuck and roll the bitches. Stuff I ain't it. Fitted sheets, you know what though? I saved this video one time, and it's this like real snazzy way of folding up the fitted sheet and the fucking flat sheet together. I gotta find that fucker. I tried it a couple times. I was no good at it. But there's like a whole legit way to do it, Sly. For real. I shit you not. There is. I just, I said fuck it. I just ball my shit up. I give no fucks. I don't even have that many sheets for my bed anymore. Fuck it. I fuck it. Just chilling. I wouldn't mind a tag team with two women. Right. Okay. Well, most men probably wouldn't mind it. Right. But I'm not set up that way. He liable to moan funny or some shit, and I'm going to prison. Like, why even put myself in that position? Like, know your limits and shit. I bet you do, bitch. I bet you do with your preppy shit. I gotta pee. Squirrel. But you feel me? Like, nope. I shan't. I shan't. Like, I do have some morals, y'all. Believe it or not. And it's just been a constant, like, for years. Like, I've had people try to control me and shit. Like, what? It's crazy. What, man, in my life? Like, motherfuckers better ask around, shit. What? No. I don't know what people think they can control others. Like, that's insecurity when you want to control. Hold on to slave. What? Sang it. But don't let go. Whoa. Squirrel, that shit just popped right on up. I've been on this bitch for almost 3 hours talking shit. So I always tucking and rolling. And I bet y'all didn't fucking jit me on my goddamn likes and shit. I know how y'all do. I mean, to be fair, I don't even think the notifications went out. That's okay. But I felt I needed to let you guys know I'm alive and shit. Your girl's okay. I'm just in flow state and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Nerdamite is in flow state. I'm on my healing bullshittery. Oh, me and two women got drunk out our minds and got down with the got down one time, long time ago. I want to do it sober. I had an ex that he said he would be into it or whatever, and this was back long before I had kids. And I had thought about it, but I knew I could never go through with it. I think women are beautiful. I'm not attracted to them in an intimate type of way. And I'm territorial, like I said. And that motherfucker gonna moan funny or some shit, and I'm going upside somebody's head. Like, I know my limits, right? Like, I know that. Why put yourself in a position like that? Like, why? No. So I haven't, you know? Like, I do the whole Modois arts and you're beautiful and type shit, right? Like, we be titty gating it up, falupala love all day long and shit. But that's a looky, no touchy type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's entertainment. It's like a hardcore tease. It's fucking, I don't know, it's spicy. But it, like, that's the line. You know what I'm saying? People expect you though. Is what I'm saying. This is the thing about social media is how you portray that online is how people like view you. That becomes their view of who you are, right? So I remember some dudes really think I'm some sort of like sex kitten vixen and shit. Like I just be laying around. Fucking Elrod thought that dumbass shit too. I just be laying around in lingerie all day. You know what I'm saying? Just like fucking on sexy mode all the time. Man, I be in sweatpants fucking 6 days out, well, 7 days out the week. I very rarely ever wear makeup. Like, I do be freaky with my person. You did. You did, bitch. You did. You said it. Okay. You said it, motherfucker. And I was like, say, what? Oh, me? You know? And some men really think I'm on some, like, sexy shit 100% of the time. I'm like, wait, what? No, dude, I'm a whole mom. I have to be. Like my son pulled some shit yesterday, right? Yes, he's 18. I give no fucks. You still live at home, right? And he be forgetting that I grew up here, right? Uh, mm, it was Patricia. All right. It was Patricia. And so anyway, and I got his girlfriend's phone number, the whole shit, right? So it's late. It's like almost midnight. I haven't heard from him. He's not home. His brother ain't heard from him. Like Bobby ain't heard from him. I'm like, all right, what the fuck? I try to call him, right? No answer. But I can see his phone's on. And and then I try to call again and it went straight to voicemail. I said he bitch buttoned me. No, he didn't. Right? Oh no, you didn't. And plus he always checks in. Right? So I'm like, I'm starting to get worried. Cause I watch too many crime documentaries and shit, right? Stay with me, right? So I'm like, oh hell no. It's late as shit, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna text the girlfriend, right? She'll know. And she's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? He's being blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, he's not answering you. And she was like, no. So I get double worried, right? And I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, okay, well, what was he doing last? And she was like, well, he was with so and so, and they were going to a bonfire or some shit. And I was like, oh, all right, right. And I was like, okay, I know so and so's mama. I knew his grandma, his great granny. Like, I know where they live. All right, thank you. That's all I need to know, right? I hit up his friend's mama. I was like, hey, girl, is my brat there? She was like, hey, girl. She was like, I said, I told him that I'll turn this whole town upside down. You know what I'm saying? I just need to know you're okay, motherfucker. Like, just answer the goddamn phone. Like, I don't care. And so anyway, he was mad as shit. His girlfriend for talking to me. I was like, girl, he'll get over it. I said, boys, men, they learn by pain and punishment. Remember, I told you this. Don't ever forget it. And she loved that I contacted her. I even told her when he got home and everything because he was mad at her, right? Because she like talked to me and shit, like, you can't do that, being cahoots with my mom. Like, what the fuck? Right? He got double teamed on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was some hostile takeover type shit. Like he was like, oh fuck, yeah, I run shit, right? So I was laughing with his friend's mom because I remember her, right? My mom and her mom were best friends long before we were even thoughts, right? Like in anybody's mind. And I remember her in a high chair eating eggs with ketchup and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know her whole family. And I told her, I said, I think sometimes he forgets I'm from here. And she started laughing. I told him I'll do a fucking pull up. She said, you always welcome here. She was like, you can pull up anytime. I was like, see, I know that, right? He was like, Mom, did you call his mom? I said, I did. I sure did. He was like embarrassed. And today he brought, he had went and got his girlfriend and, they came by and shit. And I was like, hey. And I was like, I told you he'd be all right. He'd get over it. Fly. I don't know why they try me. I don't know why. All you had to do was be like, yeah, I'm at a bonfire. I'm okay. That's all you had to do. But no, you had to make me go on some like old school. Like I had to bring out the old Melissa and shit. I had to, you know what I'm saying, show you what's up. I did. I had to do it. Surprise. Oh, anyway, I like his girlfriend though. She likes me too. She calls me mama. She's so funny. One time, I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but there were some girls and they tried to jump her and shit. Nah. Let's just say they'll never try that shit again. Ever. You know what I mean? Like, cause in my mind, like, you know, you're with my son, like your extended family, like he loves you, so by proxy, I care. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but she's just the sweetest thing, and she ain't no type of fighter, you know. And her mama, I always told her mama that, you know, I would always look out for her and shit like that. And these are some big bitches. They was bigger than me with their mama. Two of them with their mama, and y'all came up in my neighborhood following them, not knowing I'm outside ready in my tennis shoes. Like, what's up? Oh, you ain't know he had a crazy ass mama. Surprise! Not one got out the car. They turned around and left. I wouldn't let her come out the house. I told her, I was like, you get in the house. You ain't coming out. Hell yeah, Sly. Shit, it's been a while. I ain't been up here chilling. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been healing. I did not know it was gonna take me this long to heal from all that dental shit. And then I'm old, so I fucking threw my goddamn Martha out and shit. Now this motherfucker hobbling around like a little old lady. If anything, bitch, I've been on my goddamn vitamins. Know that. I ain't gonna be lacking in no vitamin D ever again. Okay, know that osteoporosis, my goddamn ass crack. We're not going through that shit neither. You know what I mean? We're fuck no. When I said we're getting healthy, I meant it. And then I realized I was like, oh shit, we gotta do it all. Like we can't just do the mental and the spiritual. We gotta do the whole shit. So now I'm trying to do the whole shit after I done fucked it all up for all these many goddamn years. Here I am in my mid 40s trying to be on some healthy shit. What? Oh well. It is what it is. Better late than never, they say. Ain't it? Ain't it? Correct. I gotta pee. I've got to think of. He's about to be off too. I don't know if it's necessarily good shit, Sly. I just been chilling. Oh, I've lost a few pounds though. I can tell my fucking rings are all loose, which is crazy because I haven't been able to like, you know, I kind of did my own little like, I don't know. I need to upgrade it for sure, but I have my own little like, you know, routine I do every day, and which I start out with my stretching and shit because my ass is old, and if not, I'll fuck myself up. So I usually stretch for a good minute in the mornings, you know, and then throughout the day, at least 3 times, I try to get in a good 15 minutes or whatever, you know, just little shit here and there. And it was helping, like my flexibility. I mean, always been hella flexible, but it's gotten a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Over the last 6 months or whatever, just from the stretching. And but I haven't been able to do what I normally do. I'm vintage Herbie. I'm a vintage vixen. Oh, tell me why, squirrel. I was fucking around, right, online, looking up some costumes and shit, because they just put a Spirit of Halloween in Williamsburg. I'm so excited. And so I'm like, I have all these ideas of cosplay that I want, right? So I went online and I'm looking up all these ideas and shit. And then I got an email from Fashion Nova and they're like, oh, this shit that you like price dropped. And I'm like, oh, what shit? Right. So I go and look and it may or may not have filled up my goddamn cart to like $250. So I have a whole $250 cart. It's fucking Fashion Nova. Shit's full of shit. I mean, Irby, I don't know if that was a moment in time or if I'm necessarily a cougar like altogether. Did I have a cougar stage? Yeah. 100%. I mean, fuck it. Dude, when Stella did it, it was amazing and cool. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, you go, girl. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I can't do it? It's because I'm white? What? That's what it is, ain't it? Can't be on no how Mo got her groove back and shit. How dare I? What? How dare I? Ooh. Look, Irby, it's above me now. Okay? I make no apologies. No regrets. You feel me? We're just, that was, we're on a new season and shit. Like, it was a good season. I'm saying. Hey, man. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. You meet everybody for reasons, you know? Everybody for different reasons and shit. It's what it is. Did you hit the like, Irby? Huh, sir? Oh, I'll be so glad when all this fucking dental shit is done. Oh, you like cougars? Most dudes do. Crazy. I get hit on more by younger dudes than I do older dudes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's not completely true. Probably both. Probably both. I think I appeal to younger dudes in a certain way, and then I appeal to older men in a different way too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm kind of at that in between stage where I can date you or your dad type deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not mad at it. Shit. Embrace it. Fuck it. I think that too is a lot of the envy and jealousy with some people is that I am free to make choices. I'm not like tied down. Like I'm not married and my kids are damn near grown. My youngest is almost grown. Like I'm free to start making some more decisions like for myself. And I think people are maybe envious of that. I don't know. Everybody lives different lives though. It's okay. We all got different paths and different journeys and shit, you know? That's why you should never like hate on the next motherfucker or like compare your shit to the next motherfucker because you never know. And like their life may look appealing to you, but you know, you don't know what they did to be in that position or whatever. People, it's so easy, and that's the thing. They don't like to be judged. Motherfuckers don't like it when you don't tell their story right and shit like that or blah blah blah. You got something to say judgmental about them or something you don't like about them, but they ain't got no problems feeling like that about you. I just learned on here that I was like responding and reacting to idiots, to trash, to shit I never would, and it was all intentional and coordinated, all in for reasons to intentions to intimidate or to invoke some sort of emotional um or some emotion, you feel me, in a negative way. Especially people I've shown mercy and shit to that would have never done that shit for me. Yeah, it's time. It's that season. Like I said, I think everybody, and this will affect everybody, not just me. Things in your life that you haven't been holding yourself accountable for, or things that you need to um discipline yourself in, or shit like that. Like this will be the season for it. Oh, 100% I'll run. I'll never go back to that shit ever. But people reach out and you know Instagram and here in the comments, when I'm quiet for so long and there's so many, I mean, no shit, a whole handful of channels have my name all up in their mouth today, yesterday, day before, with all justifications and excuses of past shit. People will always justify it. Because it's harder to show self-control, you know, especially if you don't like, um, how things ended or whatever. I told you, it's the same as like when you're a bad relationship that you dated somebody a toxic, and you're trying to like break away from it or whatever. And they'll want to continue to go rehash the same shit over and over and over and over and go over the past and live in the past. And, it's all efforts to keep you and, control. That's it. You appeal to me more in the friendship way. Positive energy and insane. What a combo. Aw, Sly. Harry. Sandy loves me. She just doesn't, she can't admit it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody will argue with her like I will. And she gets all mad and I troll her each time. She brings Peter on the fucking panel every time. And I tell her before I do it, I'm like, I don't know why you fall for this shit every time. She be getting all mad and malicious. And channel orders be tagging me and shit. Come hit the panel. Like, no. I went in a chat the other day. She was on the panel talking shit. Not to me, but I didn't hit the panel or nothing. I just talk shit from the chat. You know it's true, Herbie. She loves that shit. Way too long, Elrod. I mean, look, I know my energy is, I've said this before, next to impossible to leave alone. Motherfucker, this is not nothing new to me. You know? Like, I'm good to the people I love and people I care for. My friends and shit like that. I don't do people dirty like that. You gotta do something really foul to me. And even then, it's hard for me to, So, no, and people realize that they just can't admit it to their goddamn selves, And then they want your energy in their life and shit. And they'd rather have it in a negative way than no way at all. I mean, look what happens when I pull my energy back, girl. Motherfuckers be scrambling, kirking out, desperate as fuck. Where the fuck is Mal? Why isn't this bitch saying anything? Oh, what? Thought she was such a bother. Goddamn, why are you checking for her like that? Weirdos. Fucking weirdos. But look, when other motherfuckers disappear, nobody be like, where's so-and-so? We just be over here chilling, showing titties and shit. Smacking trolls around. No, I'm teasing. I be terrorizing men. Why? Because it's fun. Not in a like for real mean way, but they like that shit. You gotta think most women are like, they kiss men's ass and like they don't wanna, they're afraid that like, like a man will get mad at them or, go find another woman or, give another woman their attention. So they like will kiss a dude's ass and, cater to them and shit. And you got to think, I'm 100% opposite of that. 100%. And to most men, this shit is attractive. They don't know why, They're just like, what the fuck? Bitch won't kiss my ass. Like, no, I can't. I can't intimidate her. Like, they want to humble you and shit. Weirdos. Fuck out of here. Like, no. And some people, they just get too familiar and they get comfortable and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what? Oh, no. Like, just because we're cool, you don't get a right to disrespect me. The fuck? I don't disrespect you. And as soon as I start getting some shit like that, oh, I'm done. I'm done. Or like, on here, I've, if I see people pleasers or like, just because of my experiences online, I view things differently probably than others. Exactly. Hell no, I don't either. So I look for certain traits in people, right? And if I let people have access to me more than just here through a chat or something like that, like I have to make sure that they're, you know, my type of people and shit. And you have a right. You have a right to be stingy with access to yourself and your energy. You should be. Be very fucking snooty with it, you know? I don't do the whole group shit. I know how that feels, you know? Like we have the trailer hood, but we don't do like going at group. Like I've never ever recruited anybody that's part of the community to ever have my back in any type of shit. If people speak up for me, it's on their own accord. It's never been because I've expected it or asked for it or suggested it or anything. If anything, I, you know, kind of recommend and have told people not to speak up for me because I don't want anybody to catch any type of negative, you know, shit over me. So yeah. And plus there's something to be said for people that just, you know, are intent on hurting others for whatever reason they can justify it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I miss everybody over there. I do. But it became uncomfortable for a couple of different reasons, and none of which had to do with Tom. I still, that'll always be my brother from another mother. I'll always support him. But, you know, it's not cool to be monitored and stalked everywhere I go. It's, you know, I just learned to not, you know, this is the public. They're public places, spaces, and you can't control who fucks with who. Like I said, I'm not somebody that runs to somebody and be like, oh, you know, don't fuck with this person, da 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 da. No, you gotta let people figure shit out on their own and stuff. But, you know, there are people, and I've told him this, and he knows this, that are under troll accounts. You know what I'm saying? And have caused trouble, and they pretend like they don't, and they're the main motherfuckers that do it. And I got proof of the shit and everything, but there's just no point. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the main reason is I don't like being stalked everywhere I go. You know, it takes away from his show when people pop in there trying to cause problems, and you know, he don't need that kind of shit. So I want to keep it away from his channel. You know what I mean? I want everybody to feel comfortable going over there. And I don't want to, you know, be the reason for any drama on anybody else's channel. And it's a shame because I've had to slowly over the years, this isn't the first time, you know, like there's been a lot of times I've gotten cool with certain content creators, and as soon as people know that, they will try to cause problems, or people are jealous of me and shit like that. And it's crazy. And people be like, what the fuck is there to be jealous of? Motherfucker, I don't know. You got me. Because I a lot of times don't understand it. But I gave up trying to. I just don't care to anymore. There's so much more other shit going on in life. And I feel like, you know, the real life issues that I've had from shit, people trying to break me, trying to isolate me from anybody who cares, anybody who may be supportive, you know, trying to make perfect strangers attack me. It's just, and like I said, there will always be an excuse no matter what I do. I can be silent, as proven, and people will still. So it doesn't matter. Like, and when people, you know, when shit goes to a certain extent, that's where it stays. You can't take it back to being content. You can't, you know, make it anything other than it is. And I'm tired of being harassed. over legal matters. And in all reality, I was the first person to have police show up to my home. My children were traumatized. So, you know what I'm saying? My children were put on the internet, not by myself. And I'm tired of being harassed over the shit when I'm not the one who brings it up. I haven't done any interviews on either case. I refuse to talk about the one case since before it ended. So I'm sick of all the false police reports, and I don't push things when I could. I sit on my hands. I don't act. I try to give people understanding and realize that, not everybody is where I'm at mentally and shit like that. But I can't keep, getting violated and shit like that and keep having the same patterns repeating. That, like I said, that's part of the whole healing shit, is when it's time to enforce the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of what people think or how they feel or any of that shit, because the thing that people forget is this, shit has begun the other way. And that's been the goal, is trying to separate me from mine and put me, like I said, there's still false police reports on YouTube as we speak. And there's never an excuse for that. Sorry. I don't care who you are. There's no excusing that kind of shit. None. Because if there was any truth to be told, nobody would have to lie. And I'm sick of it. Aw. Well, thanks. Hi. I didn't want to, people kind of, the public will twist shit you say or assume. And, I've been told by multiple people, I know who speaks about me behind the scenes. I know who makes shit up about me behind the scenes. When I was, had my little cougar moment and shit, you got motherfuckers who were all up in the middle of that, all up in his face under troll accounts. As if nobody knows. And I kept shit to myself. You know what I'm saying? I kept my mouth shut. But, and that, anyway, not gonna get it. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I was doing this. You ain't miss shit, just chilling. Just on here bullshitting until he gets off. That's all. I just walked out to the driveway and smoked a cigarette and was able to stand up, and my back didn't fucking give out on me. I've been so rough on my back over the years between softball and just, I should have taken better care of myself over the years. I really should have. I'm trying now, though. I tell you, one of the things I do that I really need to cut back is coffee. I drink so much fucking coffee. I mean, I don't, put as much sugar and cream as I used to. I use regular milk, which I need milk, by the way. But I don't, have a little bit of coffee with my cream and sugar anymore like I used to. And I've been drinking more waters, but I definitely need to drink way more water. So, just a lot of shit. I hadn't been, focusing on myself and my health for a long time. And I feel like we should, if we're going to talk the talk, we should walk the walk. You know what I mean? So, it sure as fuck does just chilling. It does. I told you I had a whole epiphany moment around my birthday this year. I was like, oh my fucking God, I am 44 years old. Like, that shit is so trippy to me. Like, I didn't feel like I was in my mid 40s last year. Like, I felt like I was so far from that. And now I'm like, wow, I really am. Like, okay. But I'm not mad about it at all. I'm really not. I'm actually kind of proud of myself. I think I look all right for my 40s. I think I'm doing. I mean, considering, look, all things considered, I'm doing just fine. Even though you left a whole the size of Texas in my mind. Is that it? No, probably not. I'd have to ask Lurie. Where the fuck is Lurie? My Larry, a music man. Look, people are gonna wake up tomorrow, a whole 3.5 hour live. I'm like, what the fuck? Making up for this whole week I've been gone. I feel like it some days. His back is weak with my back being all fucked up. Oh, I felt it. I fucking felt it. I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, what? But I also look at it as like the universe setting me down. You know, like, be still, bitch. Okay. Okay. I'm listening. I hear you. Message received. I don't know. You gotta be okay. Like, be proud of yourself for the shit you should be proud of. You know, fuck the rest. Fix the shit that you can and be proud of the things that you should be. Basically. Could be worse, could be better. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Fucker. Hopefully Monday I can do some cute content for you guys. I'm so excited. Even though this shit's gonna be way too fucking big. Bought the wrong goddamn sizes, y'all. I thought it was way bigger than I are. Stoners, good evening. Oh, welcome, welcome. You're tardy to the party. My doctor's making me take vitamins, which is another. Me too, just chilling. I'm on fucking vitamin D on a heinous amount. I did have to take it every day. Now I only have to take it once a week because it's such a fucking huge amount. I'm like, what? What? And I mean, I don't really drink sodas like talking about. I mean, I haven't cut them completely out. Every now and again, I'll take a couple sips. I don't ever drink a whole soda. Um, so I'm gonna have to get more strict with that. But my fucking where I fuck up is dairy, cheese. That's my shit. I'll fuck up with some cheese. Throw some cheese on that bitch. Like, I want everything just cheesy. You feel me? It's easy being cheesy in my world. I purchased vitamins. Laugh out loud. Keep on forgetting to take them. I only took them once. They're still good. They're only 2 months old. They're still good. Look, I bought dude vitamins and all that shit. I got my supplements on top of the fridge, and then I got the boys' supplements, and they can all take the same shit, you know, because they all take the men's shit. So I'm like, here. And I even got the gummies. So there's no fucking excuse. Well, oh, I can't swallow pills. Now I don't want to hear it. Then they taste good. There's no excuse. No excuses. Oh, thanks for coming, Sly. I appreciate it. Make sure you tag the link. I hope I have good sleep. I didn't take a nap. I haven't been taking naps lately, so like I said, I get my leg rubs and shit, of course, for my you know, circulation and whatnot. With my ass meat, booty meat. But yeah. Good thing is I have options of what vitamins I want to take. I need to take better ones. Like, you know, I take a probiotic every day, and I take the vitamin D once a week. And I think that's it. I have the chewable vitamin D's for the boys though. The men's multivitamin. Yeah, yep. That's what I have for the boys center. Yeah. Same shit. Men's shits. Yeah, that's what I got. Hold on, I'll tell you what. Oh, you get the bougie shit just chilling. That's what my ex used to get. He has a friend that ran the GNC. She was like a fucking store manager, right? And he worked on cars, and he worked out with her husband or whatever, right? So she got all this like these like high dollar ass supplements, right? They were like meatheads, you know. They did competition. like fitness competitions. You know, they get all like oiled up and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And they wear bikinis and they pose. That's what they did, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know how the fuck. I don't get it. Anyway, so he would get these like, oh wait, that's dog food. Sorry, Dunk. Look at me. Hold on, Duncan. Wrong bag. I know. Hold on, buddy. I'm coming. All right. Where's Bubby? There you go. Look, I gave the cat dog food. He's looking at me like, bitch. What kind of fuck shit is this? I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Anyway, must not have been that important. Excuse me, Dunk. Move your booty. It ain't your booty, it's your beauty. My insurance covers it, so you damn right. Oh yeah, the supplements. So he would get these like fucking top dollar, like expensive ass shit, right? For damn near free. Cause he did like all their mechanical work and shit. And I used to play softball back then. And he used to drink this shit called NO Explode. Holy shit balls. He was like, only take a half a scoop, right? A half a scoop, y'all. And I was like fucking bouncing off the bench and shit. I had so much fucking energy. That fruit punch one, banging. If you work out, NO Explode, that's that shit. Go ahead and get you some fruit punch kind. Take a half a scoop about 30 minutes before you work out. But you got to do something like within 30 minutes or else you going to feel it. You know, you got to do something physical. This shit is crazy. Yeah, some shit like that. Bodybuilding, something. I don't know. That's way too much. I like cheese way too much. Biscuits, gravy, all that shit. I could never. My big old titties. Yeah, right. I won't built for that type shit. I won't built for that type of shit. I'm okay with my Kelly Kapowski ass. You feel me? And my falupa la. And my tig old bitties. Fuck it. I'm good. I don't need all that going on. Plus, I think it makes the dudes like shit shrink up. You know what I'm saying? Word on the street. All right, girl. I'm getting ready to jump off this bitch too. It's goddamn. It's 11:35. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I'm fine. To everybody that was worried and shit. I just, sometimes it's good to disconnect and you know, pull your energy back and protect that shit. And you know what I'm saying? So we'll never be in no victim mode over this motherfucker, but we're definitely gonna protect ourselves and not repeat patterns or repeat cycles and repeat past mistakes and all that other shit. So anyway, y'all, thanks for coming. Make sure you tag and like if you enjoy the show. I will have out more content for you guys. Hopefully I'll film tomorrow. I probably won't wait till Monday, but we'll see. I plan on curling me hair next, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for coming. I'll talk to you guys next time.